James. And we said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong then. After
James goes inside, the flush and the foul.
And going back to Caruso, Mike, after that.
Hit in the air to center field. And
man. Live from my master your ears. It's another episode of the wonderful new GFTS. It's your boy Earl 91.
Man, it's your boy Coach Nard in the building. You already know what it is, man.
It's a Dominican done daughter, Christian Mahente, que lo que estamos activo, let's go.
Yes, sir. What's the deal, y'all? First of all, Happy New Year, fellas.
It's a wonderful new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, fellas.
Hey, have we been on here since my man Christian got engaged?
Yes, but we were so caught up in the...
Congratulations to my boy Kello K, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
boy
y'all.
hanging up his jersey in the rafters.
In the rafters, man. Going out a Hall of Famer. And that's how we want to see our guys go out on top, man. I'm super proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad of the union you and the wife are going to create, man.
Appreciate y'all.
So happy for you. I remember when you first told us about it, you know what I'm saying? That my man is now on his way getting married, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll be there in person to see that.
For sure.
Yes, sir. You already know how we get down. Congratulations to you and Miss J. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling?
Dog, I'm still getting used to calling her my fiance now. going from my girlfriend now, my fiance is still new, but I'm loving it. Like it's cool that me and her we're gonna get to share this union as a whole, as a one unit. Going through life. I've learned like throughout life nobody has the answers in life. Like you just gotta go and learn from it. So the fact that me and her will be together, learning life together, and creating our own things and doing our own little tradition stuff is exciting.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
She got me running.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime somebody can pour into you without draining you, makes you want to pour into them without it draining you. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
That's hard, bro. On to less heavy news. Shout out to our good brother. I want to share something with y'all.
Shoot.
Can I share something with y'all?
Another kid, tell mom first.
No, I'm not.
Don't tell America first.
That's cool. That's over. I want to share something with y'all. Can I share something with y'all?
Go ahead.
I want to share.
Oh, you
all
have
right?
to do this.
So you have the hook the curl area for this guy. And the way you read it is you reading 2-1. All right, we got D. All right, we're not playing cover 2 man. We're playing cover 2 zone. So how many people are D? 2. All right, so that means that we got 2 safeties back here already. So they are D players. So that means our 2 corners, really everybody here is an underneath player. So what would he have? Wouldn't he just stay out in the flat? All right, so he got the curl flat. So what you got? What's it called though? You gotta learn what it's called. It's called a hook curl, all right? So you have the hook to curl area for this guy. And the way you read it is you reading 2-1, all right? Your first read's the guy in front of you. If he runs anything inside, hitch, a curl, anything to where your area, that's you. If he goes out immediately, your eyes go to 1, because if he's going out, 1's probably coming in, all right? And that's how you read it. Now, if they both go out somewhere like that, then you're looking for anything that's coming across, any sort of crosser, running back or anybody come from that side, all right? But you read 2-1. No, absolutely. That's for everybody. No free releases. We do not allow somebody to get up the field 5 yards past us without getting any sort of hands on them. It does not help the guys on the back end, especially when we're playing zone coverage. And it don't help you if we playing man. All right, we got to slow the receivers down. It throws their time off. The quarterback only got 4 seconds to throw the ball. It's worse if we throw a blitz out there. All right, so we got to make sure we always get hands on, and that's part of the mirror drill. If you can get hands on and your feet in the right place, it's going to be hard to score against us when we all on the same page doing the same thing. All right, so no free releases.
I just wanted to highlight the good brother Nard real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's the work that's put into this youth sports thing, Nard. When you talked about it a few years ago, well, some years ago now, that's what I envisioned. I'm proud to see that happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
The good brother Mo is here.
nah, you didn't even tell me we was recording today.
I sent the link. It's Tuesday.
No, I spoke to you this morning. You didn't say anything about recording.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, the good brother Mo is here with a great haircut.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
My
Boy, I
fault,
see the fade.
yeah, my fault for coming in here a little hot stop. My fault.
No, you good, bro. You good. No, tell us. Tell the public that didn't know what they were seeing. What were you getting at there at that moment?
Oh, basically in that, so that's my 15 U7017. So basically, I'm explaining to them their responsibilities within the coverage that we were running. Right there, we was running just a basic cover two. You know what I'm saying? So for people who don't know cover two, all right, anytime that, for the most part, all right, when teams are playing, most teams, all right, we're just taking a team that runs 4D linemen, all right, so it's 11 players on the field. Most teams have 7 people in coverage, all right, unless they're throwing a blitz out there, just when you're just playing straight coverage. So I'm teaching him cover two, and he really didn't understand what his role and responsibility was. So the position he was playing, he was our inside underneath player, our first inside underneath player. So for some people, depending on what, everybody calls it a bunch of different shit. Some people might call it a rover. Some people might call it a nickel. Some people might just call it their outside linebacker. Whatever you call your alley defender, that's what I was talking to. So I was basically explaining to him in cover two, you have 2 different kinds of cover two. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get funky, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you got cover 2 man, you got cover 2 zone. Cover 2 man is exactly what it sounds like. You got 2 people playing deep, your 2 safeties, and you have everybody underneath playing man. Cover 2 zone, it gets a little bit more complicated because you're not just playing the man in front of you. You got to know how to read the picture that you're seeing. So for cover 2, if there's 2 deep players and you already have 2 safeties back there, that means your corners are playing the flats. They're sinking about 10 to 12 yards to cover up a whole shot in between them and the safety. But anything that responds to the flats, and which will be from the line of scrimmage to about 10 yards from the sideline to the hash, all right? That's the flats. That's the corner's responsibility in cover 2 zone. The inside guy has what's called a hook curl. His responsibility is basically from the hash to the middle of the field, from the line of scrimmage, about 10 to 14 yards back to the curl area. And I was explaining to him that it's important that when you have your zone, you get hands on your man. Why? Because safeties don't align where they're playing. So what that means is a safety's job in cover 2, if he's the deep player, he has to get over top of 1. Because most people like to throw their deep routes, their vertical routes from their outside receivers. Mm-hmm. You count receivers outside in. So number 1 would be the guy furthest outside, 2 would be the closest guy next to him, and if they're in trips, number 3 would be that inside slot guy. So a safety's job is to get from wherever he's aligned based upon what he has in front of him, 2 receivers, 3 receivers. But let's just take 2 by 2, for example. 2 receivers on one side, 2 receivers on the other side. If you have 2 split safeties because you're playing cover 2, most likely they're going to line over the number 2 receiver. That's where they're going to start. But at the snap of the ball, they're going to weave or backpedal or crossover, however the fuck they get into it, over top of number 1. So what a lot of teams like to do against cover 2 is try to throw the ball in between where the corner is going to be, since he's staying that flat and he's only dropping 10 yards, to where the safety's at. That's what we call the hole. What a corner's job is to do is get hands on that receiver, to slow him down, to allow the route to force to be developed. Because you got to, mind you, if you're playing 7-on-7, no pass rush, quarterback only has 4 seconds to throw the ball. If you're playing regular 11-on-11 football, there's a pass rush coming. So there's a clock either way. The quarterback got to get the ball out of his hands. Getting hands on the receiver now slows him down, slows down the route development, and allows your safeties and your guys over top to now get over top of these guys actually and be able to play the ball or play the quarterback's eyes depending on where he's looking. But when you allow free releases in zone coverage is where there's a bunch of holes. And that's how teams find the holes, because we're not slowing down, we're not rerouting, and we're allowing these guys to get to their spot. So that's basically what I was covering in that. We were just covering, basic cover 2 zone, which I just, explained to anybody who doesn't know it. And it's real simple, man. I encourage all guys who or girls who coach football, especially in this off season. There's a lot of clinics, a lot of high schools, like the really good high schools, the really, most of the time it's private schools and stuff like that. They host clinics. There's another good resource, Glazier Clinics. You can look that up. Like, go to these places, learn your craft, get better. Like, it's not all about the players in the weight room. It's not all about the players understanding the scheme. A lot of times it's about the coach getting better. The coach understanding what he or she is trying to relate to the player. Because it's one thing to know where everybody's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Right. Understanding your scheme as a coach is great. But if you can't teach that shit, you're no better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to understand what it is that you're trying to do, be able to teach these kids what you're trying to do and relate with them and get the most out of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do on a daily basis. So now I appreciate it. But, we still at the beginning, man. I still got a lot further that I'm obviously trying to get to in this coaching thing, a lot more work to put in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with the results of the work that I put in so far. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just anxious to get back to the next practice.
Man, that's what's up, bro. That is what's up, man. Well, I kind of caught the bug. I'm gonna tell y'all about my day real quick, and then we'll get into it. So, had a long day. We got to basketball practice because Taylor started basketball. Football season's over, and football workouts haven't started yet. So he's like, "Yo, Dad, I'm
Damn,
gonna take basketball."
you might be Joe Jackson of sports.
Nah. But honestly, bro, me and Nar said when we had kids, we was gonna keep them active.
Yeah, bro, because it's not, nigga, I'm not trying to push him to go. He's not getting drafted tomorrow. Alabama's not trying to give a 10-year-old a scholarship for real.
Right.
So to me, like, I just want to keep them active. He want to play basketball like Boogie. Boogie plays baseball in the spring. He doesn't play tackle football. He plays 7-on-7. He plays baseball because he enjoys doing it. And to me, being a multi-sport athlete is what makes you great at whatever sport you eventually do,
It's a
because
Fendi
you
fact.
gain so much
I'm
other
sorry, Mark.
skills from other sports, whether it's hand-eye coordination and quick twitch with baseball or footwork with basketball. You know what I'm saying? All those things play, or if you're a football guy who ends up playing another sport, the toughness that you get from that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like all of that stuff ties into each other. So being a multi-sport athlete really is the best way to go. Like, I really discourage parents from their kids good at one sport, so we're going to play that sport all year round, and that's what we're going to do. Because eventually, once that kid's either going to, the way
Burn
the
out.
kids like that end up still going to the pros and shit like that, their body ends up amazing. They end up super tall, super filled out, or their body catches up with them. And everybody and other guys get bigger and stuff like that, or they get burned out and they don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, keep their options open, allow them to do the things that they enjoy, bro. So I love how you're bringing Taylor up, bro, just to play shit, bro, because you don't know what it is that you're gonna like. So do everything. Fuck it.
Facts.
No,
That's a
no,
fact.
it's just like my fault for interrupting your soliloquy. It's just, see, like Taylor don't got no time to rest. I like that. I mean,
Nah, he got plenty time to rest. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing every day, but you know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
It's
Exactly.
like
Hey, look,
this.
he rests on the
no,
days
no,
he don't got practice.
no.
Right.
I'm just saying, they're like, times
Yeah.
has changed. Like,
You know why I'm honestly a gun ho on keeping them active?
so your
Because
house could be,
kids
so
ain't
your house could be
outside no more.
clean. So your house could be clean all the time.
Okay, the second reason of gun ho.
No, but it's like in
So
reality,
nah, but
what are they doing? Like,
what are they gonna
they're
do?
sitting
Sit
in
in
the
the house
house,
and
they
Oh,
chill?
chilling.
bro.
Nah, hell
You know
no.
what I'm saying?
Kids ain't outside no more. You know what I'm
Right, and
saying?
as an adult, now we don't do it all the time, but the goal would be to, on an average week, work out 4 to 5 times a week every
Right.
week. Like, that's what you would want to do. So it's like for kids having practice when they play these sports, they probably have practice 3 days a week or some shit like that. There's nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying, with them playing all year round, as long as to me they're not doing the same thing, especially
No, hell
football.
no. Because you could wear down them joints and that at risk you for injury early as hell. Hell yeah. But it's just you know
I mean,
my main. But yes, either way. So what happened is I'm at practice, right, and this is we just got back from Christmas break, so it's really like the first real practice.
that's
Is
beautiful.
basketball or football?
Basketball.
Okay.
So I'm at practice. Murph, what's the deal, brother? Good to see you always. Shout out to all our brothers in the union. Shout out to Big
Happy New Year's,
Camry. Show
Winston.
your work. Show your work network. You know what I'm saying? Y and M. So shout out to. Nah, but seriously. Um, so I'm at practice and I see these kids playing like at the end of football practice they play like heads up, bust them up, right? So at the end of basketball practice they all playing 21 and it's the end of third. But then some of the kids started leaving. I just see a few kids that were playing ones. So I just see certain things in the game that they were doing that I just was not like. Yeah, they're 19 years old, but it starts there. The skill development starts there. It's never too early to learn, even if they're figuring it out. So I started giving pointers, and before you know it, I'm full on coaching a one-on-one game on both sides of the ball. And one of the coach came up to me and was like, "Oh dang, you know what you do?" I was like, "Yeah, I used to coach 2 years ago. I just stopped because we transitioned to football." He was like, "Shoot, man, you want to work with the kids, bro? Just let me know." I don't know how I just ended up picking up kind of on some skills of development coaching, but apparently now I'm going to be working with these kids. So I don't know
Hey,
how
but
that happened.
that's how I've heard like it happens. It just like
I was just simply watching the game and knowing the game of basketball the way that I do. I'm seeing certain things in their game that it's like, no, 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 you should do this. Try this. Squat down lowers. Put your legs at a 45-degree angle so you can get. You know what I'm saying? Or put them at a 90-degree angle. Sorry, so you can get on a good base on defense. Hey, stand. Put one foot on your heel, one foot on the ball of your foot, like just stuff like that. One hand guard the shot and pass, one hand guard the crossover. And I'm just coaching them, and they're like, "Oh shoot, okay." But it's simple stuff that they were playing ones, man. And you know, before you know it, like I said, I'm coaching a full one-on-one game, and there's other kids that came over and got involved. It's like, "Hey man, you all right?" I don't know how this happened, but it just happened. And I blame Nard because Nard sent that video of him coaching. So I'm blaming Nard.
I didn't do shit, bro.
But nah, seriously though, let's get into it, man. We 18 minutes in. We're not going to be here all night. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what happened this week. This week in the NFL, let's knock that out first. NFL, the regular season is officially over. It is over.
Do we really need to talk about these youngs?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I
Christian,
forgot.
The
that shit was
NFL.
I forgot what
crazy.
podcast I'm on. I forgot.
Christian, put that bullshit
Yeah,
down.
put
That was
that
the
shit
most
down.
great
Nobody
game
care
in
about that
NFL
shit, bro.
history.
hey,
Put that
NFL
shit down,
history.
bro.
Derrick Henry was giving y'all work
Yo,
and never saw the ball
hold
again.
on. Give me a second. Can you pan
Derrick
the camera
Henry
to
was
me?
giving y'all work and
Yo,
never
yo,
saw the
hold on. Can
ball
you
again.
pan the camera to me? Can you pan the camera to me? Can you?
Yeah. What you need?
No, hold on. Hold on. Can you pan the camera? Yo, listen here. I'm tired of this. Of when did Mike Tomlin became the coach of the Steelers? Like 2008, right?
18 years ago, 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm tired of every year parading this motherfucker talking about, oh, he don't have a losing season. Oh, motherfucker, I don't care. Like let's be real. Like they're not winning next week. Let's stop this right now. Like let's stop this shit. Let's
We're gonna clip this. I'm not saying nothing.
Who they got next week?
you.
I'm not saying nothing. We got Houston. We
I'm
got
gonna let you
Houston.
know this. I'm gonna let you know. I started this little speech at the 19th minute and 23-second mark. So when
That's
you
all I
want to,
need to know.
so when you want to record it and send it to me, yes, come and get me, motherfucker. I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. I am tired of this parading Mike Tomlin shit. Oh, he never had a losing season, this and that, and that. Yeah, put it like this. Let's just be happy that a married man got y'all into the playoffs, a faithful man of the Lord got y'all into the playoffs because that game was bullshit. Y'all wasn't supposed to. Y'all wasn't supposed to be. Let's stop this right now. And and like I know Earl, you're gonna try to flip this. Why hate not you're not gonna say why you ain't on the back, but why you don't want the man to succeed? He been showing greatness for the last blah blah blah. Yeah, but we keep parading this motherfucker,
nah.
and then I'm gonna hear this little. I'm gonna hear the little Earl rant on why he needs to get rid of Mike Tomlin, and he got the Chinese playbook, and he don't know how to call plays when it matters. So I'm tired of the Steelers parading this 18-year fiasco of never having to lose a season. Good job, guys. You didn't have an under 500 record since I was what, a little ass nigga. Congratulations.
All right, let me run point real quick.
Go ahead. You can rent point. I
Hold
don't
up.
care.
Nigga had
Look,
a sad
hold up.
trumpet
Hold
and
up.
I don't
all,
give a fuck.
dog.
Look,
I don't give a fuck at all. I
hold,
don't. I don't. Come and get
listen.
me. Like I'm gonna say again. Like I'm gonna say again. I started this rant at the 19-minute and
I'm with
23 mark. So come and get me, motherfuckers. I know what I said. I know what I said. And to all you niggas that's watching this, 19 minutes and the 23-second mark, I said what I said.
Christian, how you
I
feel?
get, listen, you're speaking to the delusional Steeler fans. Me and Earl have been saying this since the last couple years. If the Steelers aren't trending upwards or downwards and they've been stale, it's time for a change.
Mhm.
Is it great that Tomlin hasn't had a losing season? Absolutely. We haven't seen that in a very long time. But also, our last playoff win came almost a whole decade
It was
ago.
2016.
Like
Wait, 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 wait.
it's been stale.
Oh, y'all lost to the Jaguars that year. Damn.
The
I thought
17th.
y'all,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought y'all beat the Jaguars.
No, our last win came against
I mean, hey, you was going against sweet Jalen Ramsey, so I understand.
but bro, actual real like non delusional Steeler fans, the reason they've been saying like, "Yo, we need a fresh start," is because Tomlin's been stale. Like, even if bro, realistically, G shit, even if they go far, even in the AFC Championship, if he doesn't come back, that's fine. Like everything's just been the same. And even former players have been saying it too. Like, bro, them boys run the defense that they've been known fucking 10 years ago and don't make no changes. If you saw it on Sunday, you saw Sunday when they got burned by Zay twice. Like, bro, there's no mid game adjustments. So were we supposed to win or lose? A, we did what we could do, but
I'm sorry, I'm just tired of the parade. This, I'm just tired of this. Like every
we don't
year,
parade. We don't
I'm
parade it.
tired of
Well,
every year seeing. I'm tired of every year seeing the bleacher.
They could argue that
Hold
they
on,
they
hold on.
had
I
the
still want to
whole.
say. I still want to say this. I still stand on the 19-minute and 23-second mark. What I said. I am not retracting what I said. I'm just tired of every year, the last decade, seeing the same fucking Bleacher Report fucking picture. Mike Tomlin, the most winning fucking season in the last X amount of years. That's cool.
Oh,
I'm
we
happy.
are too. But we're still fans at the end of the day as well. So we
Yeah,
going
and you
we
guys
gonna
are
roll
doing
with
the
that.
right thing. I'm not a Steelers fan, so I can say this. You guys supposed to defend your shit. I'm not mad at that, but
I
I am
would
tired of
listen.
seeing that.
I can only defend Tomlin so long. I
Go ahead, Earl. You can have the floor. I
I,
know.
I, I mean, everybody got off their shit off. I just wanted to
No,
get to
hold
the
on, hold on.
playoff party.
I got one point real quick.
You can't even talk.
Mhm.
You have the number one pick.
Obviously, my team is ass, nigga. Like nobody.
Oh, I thought Earl was gonna bomb you down. He was waiting. I thought he was gonna bomb you.
I mean, why? The
Exactly.
season did that.
I I I don't know why y'all expect me to act like I don't know. But anyway, I'm saying though, like you said that about the defense about Zay Flowers. The whole
I,
game they did keep him
They
continuous
did.
mhm.
17
I'm saying
13 with 6 minutes left.
correct. No, the defense played good, not great, but they did good
Now
all
they
game.
yeah, but
They
both defenses kind of went off the rails the
Oh, we
last
about to
six
beat the
minutes.
shit out the Panthers.
Yeah.
but
Are you sure?
Nard, be
Let's
cool.
let's
Are
let's
you sure about that,
Nard,
Nar?
Nard, don't
They
jump
got
the
my
gun.
100. We're gonna beat the shit
Yo,
out of them.
yo, Nard, do not jump the gun because remember you did lose to them on a walk-off touchdown
that
last
That
time
is
you
shit
put
true.
was
up a field.
bullshit. That's why I'm telling you, we better beat the shit out of them. If you look at all the miscues we had in that game, we should have beat their ass that game.
mm.
Oh,
Well, let's run through the obvious real quick. The playoffs are obviously set as follows. The number one seeds in the AFC and the NFC are the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. both winners of the AFC
Which is
West and
OC because y'all remember
NFC
when
East.
they was in the Super Bowl and the Seahawks beat the royal shit out of them?
They beat the dog shit out of them. The second seed in the AFC and NFC is the Patriots and the Chicago Bears. The third seed is the Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. The fourth seeds in
I
each
could have
conference
sworn.
is
I could have sworn they said Earl is the best Jaguar fan of all time.
that's pretty funny. I did go to Jackson. I had a
Yeah, I see you had catfish out there.
I had an amazing um I had a
I'm sorry for sidetracking you, or what?
yeah, I had an amazing weekend in Jacksonville. The
Nah.
fourth seeds are the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. The fifth seeds are the Houston Texans and the the LA Rams. And
Mhm.
then of course the sixth seed is the Buffalo Bills as well as the San Francisco 49ers. And then the seventh seeds are the Bolts, the I almost said San Diego Chargers, the LA
I just still
Chargers,
San Diego Chargers.
yeah, and the Green Bay Packers. So in this first round, we open up. At this, first of all, let me be very clear. I understand that we're in a new day and age. I get it, I do. But just like when they tried this on Peacock a few years ago, having playoff games not on national television is disgusting. There's no reason a playoff game should be on
Nigga,
Prime
I'm
fucking video.
stream easting the shit out of this.
There's no reason that Prime Video should be hosting a playoff game. It is the
Agreed.
playoffs. The playoffs should be on national television. I
Hey,
don't
bro.
care how geriatric that sounds. I don't care. The
Earl?
playoffs should
Bro,
not
you used to
be
be able
on.
to turn on Fox and CBS and catch
That
the
is
playoffs.
all you should have to do.
Earl, the reason why you have to go to Prime because we added to an extra playoff seed into this.
Even if you should just run them on national television,
Mo, that should
I
be
don't.
an extra
That
playoff
should be
game on my
on
Fox
national.
or
Yeah,
CBS.
No,
playoffs
no.
should not be on pay
I'm
for
not
play
mad at
television.
anything you guys are saying, but currency drives
Oh,
sports.
for sure. I'm already knowing, Jim. Yeah, I'm with you. It's
Charge
just,
niggas more for commercials. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, it's it's ridiculous.
All
But
right, yo,
we
I have
open up.
one question to ask the room, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm looking at all these records, and
Mm-hmm.
these records are amazing. Looking at them, right? And
Mm.
it's one glaring thing. I know Nard is going to be upset. Nard is probably going to agree with me. I feel like, even if you are a division leader and my record is better than yours, and I earned a spot to win more games than you, I should host a playoff game at the point of us playing each other. Yes, you won your division, but yeah, you cannot penalize me for being good and you are ass, and I have to come to your house.
Agreed.
So I agree with that. But let me ask you. I want to ask you kind of an off topic but on topic. Do you
Okay.
agree that Duke should have made the playoffs, winning the ACC this year?
All right, Earl, we're talking about the NFL. We're not talking about.
No. I'm at. They were 7-5, but they still won a Power 5 conference. That's
Fuck
all.
no.
I'm just asking
No,
because I don't think so either. So I just want to make sure that just in
no,
case
no.
anybody tried.
No,
Okay.
but I just feel like with the NFL, it's like, yo,
The
I'm
shit should go off
already feeling.
record, period, bro. Give me the top 7 records in the NFC, the top 2 records in the AFC, and them niggas are in the playoffs.
So you don't think that we should always have a representation of a conference?
No, okay.
I mean,
I
of
get,
a
no,
divi-
I
of a
get the
division.
A
Of a
term.
division,
division.
excuse me. Even if you
I
take
get,
the 4
no, Earl,
division
I
winners,
get that.
I'm
I
talking
get.
about when you get in the playoffs,
Yeah.
seeding.
Oh,
You're
seeded.
guaranteed a
Okay.
spot
Yeah,
if
you
you
can
win your
still win your
division.
division.
Seeding
But
goes by record, period.
that
Gotcha.
don't guarantee
So
home field.
similar to like James Madison, while they won their conference, they went to Oregon because they just were the
Yeah,
better seed.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Because
I'm with
like,
you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
because
Okay,
like this is kind of unfair
it is.
to no disrespect. It's unfair to San Fran. It's unfair to the Rams. It's kind of unfair for y'all games.
Now, Mo, to play devil's advocate, I feel like
No.
to
I was prepared
me,
for this. I was prepared for
like
this.
even being a Rams fan, I feel like this is part of being in the NFL, nigga. The shit is hard.
Yeah,
You want to win a
I
Super
am.
Bowl, nigga. You can go 12-5. You still got to go on the road and win a game.
Yeah, everybody got to go on the road at this
You
point.
know what I'm saying? So it's like that to me is like, you know what I'm saying, the caveat to it. It's like at the end of the day, that's why I'm not as mad. Like, this is the NFL. I think we're much better than the Panthers. I don't give a fuck if we played on Mars. So we can be in Carolina. Fuck it.
It's true, but I just feel like no, and I'm proposing this as like just see how everyone feels about this because this is a conversation I had with some of my like friends earlier this afternoon, and one of my friends was like, "No, we work hard to." He's a Panthers fan. He's like, "We work hard to win the division," and I was like, "Xavier Legette didn't do nothing for you, so what are you talking about working hard for?" Because
That's what I'm saying. Like work hard to win a division, nigga. My division, nigga. The top three teams were what 14-3, 12-5, and 12-5. Like get
yeah,
the fuck
so
out of here, nigga. You won it in 8-9,
so yeah, I mean, I feel like all the games are going to be competitive besides the hard game. They're going to beat the dog shit out the Panthers.
nigga. That's what I'm saying. 8-9 with in our division, you wouldn't even made the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, or in the NFC North.
Yeah. I totally agree with y'all on y'all takes. I do think that it should be seeding by the
All right, all bias aside, what's your favorite matchup this weekend?
Ooh, you know what?
I like
I'm gonna tell you,
49ers Eagles. I ain't gonna lie.
I like Niners
But
Eagles.
I also like that Bills Jags.
I
God
like
damn.
Bills Jags. I
Bills
feel
and
like Bills
Jags.
Jags gonna be the most entertaining game this first round. I do.
Okay, well, thank God, we
I'm
all
mad
have.
Travis Hunter not playing.
I am too.
I'm happy we all have different unique takes about this. Um, I have the most entertaining game, the Packers versus the Bears, because
Hey, and I don't disagree with you there. I feel
Mhm.
like there's a lot
I
that
mean,
could be interesting in that game.
Let's
I
get
looked
it.
at
Yeah, I'm
that
about to
joint
say.
and I was
I
I
Let's
was
think
get
like,
to
Jordan
yeah,
is playing.
because
He didn't play
yo,
last
there's a lot
weekend.
of storylines with that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Can
this is a
Jordan Love get a
this
win?
is
Will
yeah, this is
Caleb
a
Williams,
historic
you know what I'm
rival,
saying, take his next step as an NFL quarterback? Like
and
there's
it's
a
a
lot that
historic
goes on with that
rival.
game. So now I definitely feel you there.
Historic
And
rival.
it's the fucking Packers versus the Bears.
Bears, yeah, like it's always gonna, and obviously, like another thing, the Eagles versus the Niners, that's been like a newer rivalry, like slowly, and they've been kind of trading going to the Super Bowl for the last 4 years, I think, 4 to 5 years. So like
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
good.
Yep.
And like the last time they faced Brock Purdy in the playoffs, the Eagles, they knocked them out, and that's how they went to the Super Bowl when they faced.
Let me ask you guys this. And I hate to put it on one person because football is way more technical than one person.
Yeah,
But at the same time, we do live in a superstars world. If you're looking at this field, right, could this be any more tailor made to push Josh Allen in the conversation
I don't want to have this
with
conversation tonight,
no,
man.
no, 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 no. And I'm saying, I'm saying because his constituents are none of them are competing in this at all. None of
Okay,
his
here's what I'm
constituents.
saying. Only way it happens is if he wins the Super Bowl. In this field, like I'm saying, like to me, this Jacksonville game, they beat Jacksonville. Honestly, like,
I
yo,
don't know they can
I
beat
don't
Jackson.
don't I don't swear to God, but how many people on this pod right now thought Jacksonville was going 13-4 before the
I
season
didn't
started?
think 13
I
and
didn't
4.
think
I
that.
did have them.
I had them 11
I
and
had them winning the division by 11 and
I
5.
had them going 11 and
6.
6.
Yeah.
I had them going 11 and 6.
That's what I'm saying. So 13-4, like this is a very good team. So Josh Allen beats them, good look. You know what I'm saying? But to me, if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, Earl, you can't put him in a class with somebody like Mahomes, who's won 3, if I'm correct, been to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, been to 5.
been to
Been to
5.
5.
Been to
Been to 5,
5,
won
won
3.
3. You
Right.
cannot even put him in that conversation
No, you can't.
if he doesn't win this. There's no if, ands, or buts. I don't give a fuck if he makes it there. If he does not win the Super Bowl, you do not talk about him and Patrick Mahomes in the same sentence.
I mean, they should have never been in the same sentence to begin with.
I mean, I feel like if he balls out, wins this joint, it's going to be a
Yeah, it's going to
conversation in
happen.
this
He wins
offseason
a Super
because
Bowl.
he's coming off
I'm
the
He's
gonna be
there.
real.
championship. You
This
know what I'm
is
saying? He
probably
is who
his
he is.
worst.
He's an
This is probably
MVP.
the worst
To
roster
me,
he
it's
has.
just like you can't win. And I know coaches, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's played sports has been around this all the time. If you're down motherfucking 21 points in the
Right.
third quarter, right? And it takes me back to a
Mm-hmm.
game we had. We was down in the beginning of the season. We played this team called Great Mills. We was down 27-3 with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with Josh Allen, how I'm related is if Josh Allen wins this Super Bowl in a dominant fashion throughout the playoffs, has a great playoffs, you can only win one Super Bowl a year. Just like when you coming back from a big game, you can only do it one point at a time. So the conversation is going to be there for him because now we're going to be like, well, shit, what if he wins back to back? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Or
It's
some
like
shit
when
like
Aaron
that.
won his
So
first one and
yes,
got
but
in
if
that
he
conference.
doesn't win this year, oh, there's no talking about it.
Yeah, it's no different than when Aaron won his in 2010 and forced his way into the conversation when it was
But
Brady,
now he's faded
Breeze,
out.
and Peyton.
Patrick
Right,
Mahomes is clearly past him. You know,
right,
because he never won again.
right. Exactly,
And the
exactly.
same thing will happen to Allen if he wins this one. That's what I'm saying. The conversation will naturally happen because coming off a championship in this offseason, it's the conversation. If he goes through next year and they have a season similar to, let's just say, the Ravens had this year, and they don't make the playoffs and they win 8 games or whatever the fucking case may be, then that conversation dies right back out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
going to
it'll
tell you
definitely be a
this.
conversation if the Bills were to win the Super Bowl in a dominant fashion this year. I think it'll be a conversation this
I'm going to
offseason.
tell you this about the Bills. I think that the Bills versus Jags matchup specifically. This Bills versus Jags matchup scares me for the Bills because of the fact that Jacksonville plays such an ambidextrous game. They play such an abstract way of playing football. They dominate the defensive line for sure. But the way that some of their coverage will sneak up and cause a disruption in your passing game or flat out get the picks, bro, I'm telling you. And then that weapon that they have, a kicker Cam Little, who, while, yeah, he didn't make as many field goals as everybody else, I think he should still at least be second team All Pro this year. Um, Cam Little is a weapon you have to factor in for, just like you had to factor in for Justin Tucker with the Ravens. I feel like what's that receiver number 11 on Jacksonville?
Oh,
Damn, what's his name?
the nigga that took Brian Thomas' job.
And
Yes.
that's how you know I watch college football way more than I watch the league, nigga. I almost said Cole Beasley.
Um.
Jamal in here. Jamal, name your roster, man.
What is his name? Parker Washington. Parker Washington is a dog. He is a jackknife wide receiver and kick returner, and I'm telling you that dude is a gamer. And I think that if they go further in these playoffs, he is due to have a statement making game that's going to put him not in the top five conversation. Hell no, but it's going to put him on note to being one of the ones in this in the NFL. I think that T Law, look, coming off another 4,000 season. Personally, I'm gonna be honest, I'm being petty with y'all. I love being right on the T Law side of history because I said, give him some time. I know what I'm seeing. The T Law, Hey, look, man. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence, baby. Making my predictions look good, but more importantly, you look good throwing that pill. 4,000 bombs on the year. Hey, man, got it done. He got it done. The run game does kind of concern me with them. Travis Etienne, while he did have 1,000 yards, he's if I'm looking at the run game for run game, James Cook is not even close. Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying he got 1,000 yards, yeah. But that's pedestrian Pro Bowl numbers today. Like James Cook is clearly the more dominant matchup in the comparison in that aspect, and I think that James Cook is going to be dominant. And if I'm the Bills,
Yeah.
no.
No. He
I
like.
think Sunday, Derrick Henry got it.
No, it was James Cook. It was James Cook.
Oh, James Cook was okay. Yeah. Oh no, D Henry needed like 151 that night. He only ended up with something of that nature. Yeah, that's right. But still, the league leading rusher, sure to be an All Pro this year. I think that they should play from him within. I saw Dalton Knox and them go get some incentive catches this year, and that's cool. But I think that you gotta expand that passing game, and that's the one Achilles heel that I think they have for me, and they've had since Stephon Diggs is gone, and they lost Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. I just don't think that as great as Josh Allen is, we've been talking more of his potency as a dual threat quarterback than just flat out gunslinger. So that concerns me. But if it's for me,
This is amazing. Looking at his stats, he got 102 more rushes and got 600 more yards this year.
wait, who
James Cook.
600 more than Derrick Henry?
No, the previous year.
Oh, than the previous year. Okay.
The previous year he had 1,000 yards, 1,009 yards, and then
Mm-hmm.
with 207 carries, and then 309 carries for 1,621 yards.
So yeah, what 6 yards of carry on that last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Um, but yeah, I'm personally going to pick Jacksonville to win this game. I think it is close, but I'm just not 1,000,000%
The
confident.
Bills is a 1.5 favorite.
Yeah, it's something about their offense I'm just not fully trusted in as a whole. It's not Josh Allen I'm questioning. It's do they have that jackknife as a receiver, and I just don't know that they have that.
You know who the jackknife is? You know who's supposed to be the jackknife? Come
Of
on,
course, but
man.
does he know he's supposed to be the jackknife?
Yeah, you know it's so funny if they win the Super Bowl and he catch the game winning touchdown or like the clinching touchdown,
Hmm.
all the world is gonna explode. I
For
swear.
sure. Is it? Does anybody give the
Ladies and
Chargers?
gentlemen, I'm talking about Keon Coleman. If you
Of
guys,
course. Does anybody? I love cookies. Does anybody give the Chargers a fighting chance against the Patriots
I
who
got the
just came
Chargers
down?
winning, and I
Okay.
shouldn't even be picking the Chargers.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why games like this, teams like that, they underestimate the team.
Yeah.
They play towards your competition.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
hold on, wait a
well,
minute.
he
Hold on,
choked
wait a
one
minute.
time.
You was heavy on the Herbert train earlier this year, calling him top five. All of a sudden, now you want to bring this glaring thing up.
Mm.
Yes, you did. Because we was naming the best quarterbacks in the league, and you had Justin Herbert in the five.
I remember the argument was against Jalen Hurts. Somebody should got crazy feedback.
Oh,
Uh, okay.
and Dak won a playoff game.
Right.
This is Justin Herbert time to shine.
Right.
And they still managed to win 11 games. They still
Nari,
managed
can
to
you hear
win.
me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
no,
still,
you were getting feedback. That's all I'm saying.
they still managed to win 11 games. Now you said everything right, but they still managed to win. I
They
feel
did.
like with them getting Omarion Hampton back and him looking like he still has like stride, even though he's a young running back. I feel like if they play towards like ground then air instead of air and ground, like I think they can upset the Patriots because I still don't trust this team. I still just don't trust the Patriots team. Yeah,
I trust the Broncos more than I trust the Patriots as far as that young team that I
Agreed.
did not expect to be in this as high as they are. But
yeah,
I
I like
will say
Vrabel, and I like Vrabel, and I
the
like Mike.
Patriots are showing immense discipline and maturity for a team that just came together in the last 2 years with a first year head coach in that organization. Obviously, he's coached elsewhere, but just his first year to win 14 games your first year, it sets pretty high standards for yourself.
Coach of the year. He has to win Coach of the year.
Yeah, it really sets. I think I'm giving it to Liam Cohen, but I feel you.
No, I mean he has to. It's just like how like normally when you replace someone on a situation like that, you don't fight for the number one record in the
I
NFL.
fit. So did bro. Liam Cohen went from the number 2 pick to literally 13-4, and like they won, like they won. There's one less game off of having a number 2 pick. I don't think that he doesn't have a case. I just think I'm personally going with Liam Cohen.
I just think Braves get it because Brave, the name factor. Like you know how people always say you can't name the people on these rosters that the Patriots have, and like Drake May is making a lot of electrifying plays, and you know
I'll put
that
it to you this way: I think Drake May has a better chance of winning MVP than I do think that uh, Mike Vrabel will win Coach of the Year.
that's true. But the MVP plays for the Los Angeles Rams, and we gotta stop. Yeah, I think Vrabel is gonna win it. Just off
Okay.
the simple fact, like you came back and won the division since 2019. Nobody expected the Patriots to be on this schedule this fast.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
and you made a great point. You went from being a couple picks away from being a lottery team again, and you overturned it. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been a Sam Darnold truther, for a very long time, and I said, some quarterbacks develop very late in life, and then they show a little bit of promise, a little
I
bit.
also think that Seattle's coach has a good case to win that shit as well.
Yeah,
So does Ben Johnson, for that matter. It's a lot of great coach of the year
nah,
candidates
you
at
know
this
why
point.
Ben not going with it? You know why he's not good with it? Because of the Seahawks. Because literally the
Yeah,
Seahawks.
it's just somebody else with a better story in the conference for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
And the
All
fact that
right.
Darnold left your division and still won the same amount of games in your division, like
I,
this.
go going to the next matchup. Rams at Panthers. I'm going to be honest with you. Lightning ain't striking twice. I
Yeah,
have the Rams kicking the Panthers ass,
yeah.
bro. Like I don't even think this shit gonna be close.
Unless Xavier Leggett scores 2 touchdowns.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. One, I got to know that Xavier Leggett can read the exit sign to get to the stadium. Number one. Number two, all you got to do is just put a little bag of raccoon meat under his under
Yeah.
his bench, and he's out of the game anyways.
Yeah,
Um,
man. This is why I don't want the seeding to be what it is. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the Panthers are another team that's ahead of schedule. I feel like
yeah, they
they're
are.
they're 2 seasons ahead. I feel like Bryce. He has flashes where he showed he could be a very serviceable quarterback, and the not paying him the money he deserved thing is about to be very disgusting
It's
this
about to
offseason.
bite them in the ass. Absolutely.
So
Um,
yeah,
let's
I
uh
mean
let's see.
30, 35-7 Rams.
Yeah, same. I got 35-7 Rams. Around somewhere in there, maybe even 38-7, just for a field goal.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just being honest, bro. I don't see. I know the
I
Rams.
would give
I
you
know the
credit.
Panthers play
I
well.
would give you credit. You did early in the season. You did pick them to beat the Rams that game. You did pick it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, but Earl said, like we all know, lightning striking twice in trap games. Let's we're no, bro. I'm just saying. They,
Okay. You still got the Rams winning.
okay. I'm gonna say
The fuck, whatever.
I'm gonna say because arguably the best coach in the league coached the Rams. Like
You can argue that
literally.
Sean McVay is the best coach in the league. Why is Tom Brady doing Pizza Hut commercials?
Yo, you gotta pay them bills, bro. Yeah, you gotta pay them bills.
Um, yeah.
Those 25
Moving
year old,
forward,
them 25-year olds ain't cheap.
they not. Well, I heard he got a 50-something-year-old shot. Anywho,
All right.
Packers and Bears. I'm going to be real with y'all. Give me the Bears because I don't
Let's
even
go.
know if Jordan Love playing.
All right, yeah.
If Jordan Love is playing, I got the Packers.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad at that
Jordan.
take.
I think Jordan's playing though. I think Jordan's playing. He didn't play last weekend.
Okay. Okay.
But I will say this: based on the two matchups they had, when the first matchup they played, when they both were healthy, Jordan light them up convincingly. And I get it; it was in Green Bay. I get it was in Green Bay. Playing in Chicago in January, the wind is really a factor. We saw
It's
a lot of
Green Bay.
nasty.
Same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, we saw a lot of nasty Chicago game. I remember when the Bears played the Eagles back in like 2018, that playoff game. Matt Nagy was complaining about the win and shit. But I just think, they're both their roster are similar. I know the quarterback in Jordan has more experience because of playing behind Aaron Rodgers.
I think Caleb's a better player.
Yeah. Caleb is a better player because, came out of one of the best college football minds. Like Lincoln Riley might not be what he's supposed to be, but
Questionable.
yeah, I mean
Offensively, he has three
he's one of
Heisman
the
candidates.
best
He
on
got
the.
three Heisman winners.
Yeah, you can't come on, dog. He produced three
I
Heisman.
go for winners, bro.
No, I'm just but just
No.
offense. Offense.
I know what you
That's
mean.
what I
I know what
said.
you mean.
No,
He's a
I said
QB coach.
yeah, one of the best offense he played under one of the best offensive minds in Lincoln Riley. So that already instills a lot of confidence in his style of play. Then to come and be and your coach is one of the best offensive minds in the NFL and Ben Johnson and seeing what he did with Detroit in the last 4 to 5 years and
Right.
making that offense look like a well-oiled machine. I think they both of the rosters are the same, but I just feel like I just feel like this think the Packers are gonna just win all based off of the running game. The Packers running game is a tad bit better than the Bears,
It
but
is.
that's like the
And I
only
think I think easing Jordan Love back into the offense, you should probably be a run heavy team.
yeah.
Uh, and also, you should try and run the ball to keep your defense off the field because of the fact that you're missing somebody like Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
which is a gaping hole that you
Yeah,
know
Mike
for a
plays.
fact.
plays. This game is the belt. I'll do
Yeah,
this.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Micah
I'm
being
sorry.
out,
Yeah,
it
I'm
just
sorry.
is what it is for me. So I think I'm comfortable picking the Bears just because of all the questions with the Packers. But if the Packers are fully healthy, I got the Packers for sure. Mike,
Don't
what's the
ask
deal,
Mike
brother?
about the next game though. Don't ask Mike his opinion about the next game.
Um, all right.
Happy New
Next
Year,
game,
Mike.
Niners at Eagles.
Do not
Niners.
You know what? You know what I'm glad
mute,
about? We
mute
get this
Mike.
fucking
Mute
matchup
Mike.
out the way.
Mute my brother Mike.
I'm glad we get this matchup out the way because this has been the NFC Championship or at least a semis for a few of the last years, and I'm glad we're just getting this shit out the way. Uh, Philly is not playing up to their standards that they won a Super Bowl championship with last year, and for that matter, I don't care that they're the first team in 30 years to win that division back to back. Reality of it is, bro, Philly has had so many issues in that locker room, and then just to top it off with the forcing AJ Brown the ball thing for him to get his incentives. I just don't think that they're together enough. And I think that despite it all, this is actually who I have for my candidate of coach of the year, Kyle Shanahan.
Can't.
Because to have lost everything that Shanahan has lost this year and still pull out a 12-5 record, that is incredible.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
He lost a lot of key defense player, but
Yeah, between trades and from last year, between trades and injuries this year, bro, to still go 12-5, come on, man.
okay.
Come on.
Another thing that this is one of the like the playoff matchup I've been like paying attention to a lot because all of a sudden now we have a lot of Eagles fans nationwide.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you win, you're going to gain
Yeah,
some
yeah,
fans.
yes, you will. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm not mad at that, but it's something that I've been paying attention. I've been on Pro Football Focus and stuff. The Eagles are the worst scoring second half team in the NFL this year, and these two teams they play very muddy when they play each other. Like they don't promote very good football when they play each other for some odd reason. And then I feel like if the Niners can, you know, if they secondary could just do their job, just do a partially their job, even though I know Jalen Hurts won't throw the ball as much as he's supposed to. I feel like the Niners could pull away this game because player for player, the best player on the field is Christian McCaffrey. And I don't think as of right now that like the Eagles defense has been banged up. I know Jalen Carter's been out a couple weeks. I know their O line is whatever, but the secondary for the Eagles is so amazing that like, oh my god, like they really help that they really save that offense a lot. And I know we're playing this case by case week with like Nick Sirianni and the offensive line, but I just feel like Kyle Shanahan to me is a better coach, but you know, it's all come down to like how you execute in key moments. He has a lot of blunders in key moments. Sorry, Atlanta. I know you still think about that, but I still got the Niners winning this. I just feel like this is probably their best opportunity to beat the Eagles, with them still struggling on offense.
Okay. I think I'm going with the Eagles in this one
No,
slightly.
I'm not mad.
But but I'm rooting for
I'm not
the
mad at
Niners.
that.
Hey, I'm rooting for the Niners. Believe that. Uh, it is what it is. Philly fans have gotten to be as obnoxious as they say the Cowboy fans are, as they
No,
say
no.
that
Here's the thing:
Yankee
Phillies fans
fans
been
are.
Eagles fans been obnoxious before they won championship.
Yeah, but it's really bad and it's really
They've
loud,
been the
man.
worst fan base since I was a kid.
And
They
like,
celebrate when players get knocked out.
yeah, they're
That's how the
different.
fan base is at.
Um, and then the last playoff matchup this wild card weekend
I'll leave that to
happens
you.
on a Monday night.
I'll
Is the
leave that
Texans and Steelers.
to
I think the streak is finally broken this week.
you.
I think Pittsburgh wins their first playoff matchup in the
Mhm.
first round for the first time since 2016.
This nigga high as the red pussy.
Yeah, I know, of course, but either way, I
No, no, no.
think
That's not hate. Like, Houston has one of the best defenses in
Number
they
one,
do. They
Agreed.
absolutely do.
defense in the NFL.
They absolutely do. They have an amazing defense. The problem is you play two sides of the ball. And
But
for
their
me,
offense is very shaky.
their offense is extremely shaky. And I
Yeah, but
feel
they
like this
also
could
CJ Stroud always plays good in that first playoff game.
But they don't. He don't.
That's
They
not a
don't
that's not
No,
a
but
that's not a
here's the thing.
recordable that's not a
He's playing in
recordable
Blitzburg.
intangible.
He's not. He's not.
Yeah,
He's
they
playing.
playing.
that's not something that's an
They
intangible about being a player. You play
they
well
playing
in the
in the.
first round.
They playing in the
Like
cold too.
they don't say yeah, and they're a dome team on top of that. They don't play well outside in the cold.
Yep.
They don't. They never have. Never have. But I hear you though. First shot
But
out the
dude, don't
stand.
get me wrong,
Shout out to
D'Amico
Jamar
Ryan.
Chase going to the bowl.
For
We're
someone
gonna
dealing
see.
with a lot of injuries too, shout out to D'Amico Ryan for keeping his composure because
He's another one who I think should be in. I mean, look, this playoff bracket is filled with with pause. This playoff bracket is filled with teams that are coached by that are
this
coached
mofo.
by yo man. I almost said so. Boy, this this
This
playoff bracket
mofo
is
saying
filled
some
with
bullshit.
teams. Yeah, but I think that Pittsburgh to me this year has shown success throughout some of the most self-inflicted adversity that I've ever seen a team put themselves through. Also, I think the fact that the passing game is going to open up seriously with DK Metcalf returning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, huh?
The demon home.
Yeah, the demon is home. I think that this gives them a better chance to win. I do still acknowledge that the Texans they've had themselves in the case for the best defense in the league. The defensive line is stout. The linebackers are some of the best linebacker core in the league, and then their secondary. I mean, come on, what can't you say about that secondary? So, I do think it's going to be a tough matchup, but for me, that cold is a factor, and I'm just not so sure that the Steelers are going to lose this game. Now, what happens post this? Because I think we end up with the Broncos after that. GG's, but yeah, no, that shit is over. But give me Pittsburgh in this one.
I mean, I respect the pride. I respect the pride. I just feel like y'all don't have the offensive structure as y'all once did.
No, not at all.
But this is what playoffs made. Experience. Um,
Yep.
Earlier this year, I forgot what show said it, but like they legitimately said they have a bunch of guys that prove themselves in big games. But the age thing is what is a glaring thing about the Steelers. Like, if you guys had these guys like at the slightly edge of their prime,
Yeah,
you guys would be the best team in the league. But you got a lot of older
what it
guys.
is. It is what it is. Before we go to college, there were some firings in the NFL. Let's get through that real quick.
Hey, Mike, you can hear
There's
me?
gonna be some more.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah,
you can hear me?
Mike is a hold on. Mike is here.
What's
Oh
up,
no,
Mike?
he's singing. We can't hear you. You're muted, brother.
He's done miracles on me. He's done miracles on me.
Mike, what's
Hey,
up, man? Happy New Year, man. Glad to see
what's
you.
happening, man? What's
Wish you,
happening, man? I ain't
wishing
even I was
you,
on mute the whole time.
wishing you a
Good thing
successful year, man.
hey, appreciate it, man. Listen here.
What are you praying for?
Bro, we got Eberflus is out of there, bro.
He gone. He gone.
It's
Gone.
he should never been hired in the first place, bro.
I agree.
Like, I want to drop this stat, right? Dak Prescott has played with the four worst Cowboys defenses of all time.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Eberflus, but the Cowboys are dead last in passing yards allowed, third down conversions allowed, points allowed. Bro, get the get the gun. Get them out. Like,
Okay, can I ask one question
Uh-oh,
about that though?
uh-oh.
Like just respectfully, like not trying to be funny at all. Isn't that really more on Jerry than on Eberflus for trading Micah in the beginning of the season, like
I
It
and
wasn't
give
mean,
him zero
Micah.
time to prepare for that?
I mean, I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna dispel that. I mean, that notion. However, Eberflus still ain't do anything to help the team. Like you have man corners, and you have them playing You have them playing
Zone.
zone. You have no pass rushers, and you still not throwing no blitzes out there. Like, come on, fam. I get what you're
Okay.
saying, but nah, bro. Get him up out of there, bro.
All
I
right.
respect it. Well, looking at the
What
firings
was
that have happened
Eberflus
so
before
far.
Chicago? It's been
Who
bothering me.
cares? He
That
going back
okay?
there
That's
now.
real. That's real.
And right after Chicago, he was Kansas. He was with Kansas City.
No, I'm saying
No, he
before
said before
Chicago.
Oh,
Chicago.
before I'm not sure. Looking at the list of coaches fired since Sunday, Raheem Morris was fired along with their president and GM.
Feds did a sweep there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Fannie Lewis apparently also has paperwork on the Atlanta Falcons. Uh, Shout out to Fannie, I guess. Kevin Stefanski has been relieved of his duties for the Browns.
Praise God.
Pete Carroll has been relieved of his duties of the Raiders. Surprise,
Should have
Won't
been
he
surprise.
do it?
fired. Should have been fired since week 3.
Jonathan Gannon
Shouldn't have been
relieved
hired.
of his duties in the Arizona Cardinals.
Should have been fired since week 4.
And after 18 years at the helm,
Should have been fired when he put hands on DeMarco.
John Harbaugh has been relieved of his duties from the
Should have been
Raiders.
fired. Should have been fired in COVID.
Should have been fired 2 years ago.
No, he should have been fired in COVID. When Derrick Henry,
When they beat them, oh yeah, right,
No,
yeah,
that wasn't.
when Derrick Henry
You
made,
talking about? Oh, you
yeah,
talking about
when
that
Derrick
game?
yeah. He
Henry
talking about
made,
Ravens.
When
Yeah,
yeah,
Derrick Henry went
when Derrick
crazy
Henry
with
made
Travis
Derrick Henry
Kelce.
threw a touchdown pass on him, bro. It
yeah,
should have been over there.
no, no, hold on, Earl. Derek Rooney made Earl Thomas, who was the first, who could be, in many people's eyes, could be a first ballot Hall of Famer, did a spin a Rooney
Yeah,
on one of the best runs of the last 5 years.
yeah, bro.
I would have fired. I would have fired my coach right that moment. You see how what the team did, that college did to Herm Edwards when they told him, they pat him on the shoulder like, "Yo, good game. You relinquished of your duty." I would have did that to her, bro. I'm sorry. You know,
Let me ask y'all this: listening to all these firings that happen, I'm not gonna say who y'all think should get the jobs. We'd have to go into way too deep of a dive of what's wrong with the teams before we get there. Who do y'all see is next up on the hot seats in the NFL for next season? Let's
I
go around. Let's just
mean,
pick 18 per person. Mike, let's go.
we're gonna start with the obvious answer. The motherfuckers who gonna get fired after this weekend.
Who?
Nick Sirianni.
No, I wasn't going Sirianni. I was going
Sirianni
Omar
won a
Epps.
Super Bowl. He talking about
I don't. I
Tomlin.
don't think. I don't. I hear you, but I don't. I don't know that Tomlin gets fired. I just looking at the history of the Steelers. Even Cowher stepped down.
Okay, he
I
ain't gonna
don't.
be there after this week.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but
All
I'm
right.
not mad at it. I just the Steelers have had 3 coaches since 1969. That's just not really what they do.
Shit, they need to start doing it.
Why?
Oh,
Hey
you
man,
got to do it with the time,
making
girl.
We
making
Earl,
it
don't
to the
have enough
playoffs
time.
is
But
cool,
answer me
bro.
this
But
again.
once you don't actually do anything in the playoffs, that's when it becomes a problem.
Earl, you one thing I love and admire about how you process things. You process things very traditionally,
Mhm.
and you don't. One thing with you, not saying you don't like getting with the time, you just don't want to get with the time because you have this. If it worked for me, it's gonna work for me. I don't want it. Don't got to work for anybody
No,
else.
100%. Because my question is this. Okay, every time that Tomlin's on the hot seat by the media and by fans, never comes out of the organization, by the way. Every time that Tomlin's on the hot seat with the media or the fans, who do you have out there to replace him? That
Who
is
do
the
you have to
million-dollar
replace
question.
Harbaugh?
It's not the. I mean, with Harbaugh, I think with Harbaugh. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the difference in the two. With Harbaugh, it's a clear fumbling of a championship-ready roster. Clear. The issue with the Steelers to me is not coaching; it's GM work. I don't think that it's coaching whatsoever. The reason I say this is because if you think about it, bro, the problem with the Steelers is they never invested in getting a quarterback to replacing Ben Roethlisberger from jump. That's the main issue. When you have a division that has Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and even at the time when Baker was there, Baker was a very formidable uh, uh, um, um, quarterback, and you can also say, okay, they went and got Deshaun thinking they were getting that. Every team has made moves to get a successor or a quarterback to take them in the future. The problem with the Steelers is not a coaching aspect. You don't have a coach that lost the locker room. You have a coach that's winning in spite of a lot of moves that are not being made. And that's the issue. It's the GM and the personnel more than it is, to me, the coaching. Now, if he was
But
the
the whole
GM,
thing is indicative. So the whole thing is indicative of what the organization is. The same thing that you just said. How y'all had three coaches since '69,
right,
bro.
right,
Every quarterback that y'all have, bro, y'all have let them play too long. And that
right.
goes with Bradshaw.
Yep.
I'm not sure who played after Bradshaw, but that goes with Charlie Batch. That
Charlie
goes with
Back,
Ben
that goes
Roethlisberger. That goes with
uh,
Cordell Stewart.
Cordell
Like
Stewart. Yeah, absolutely,
all of them
absolutely.
played in Pittsburgh too long. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a Pittsburgh Steelers thing.
Right,
But
which is why I say it's
but
not a
now,
coaching thing. I got no problem
yeah,
with
for
the
sure, I
coaching.
feel that. I 100% feel that. On the other hand, though, as the coach of that team, bro, when you've when you haven't won a playoff game in a decade,
Mm-hmm.
that I don't give a fuck about the whole above 500 shit. That just means that you were slightly average. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, outside of Roethlisberger post injury, right? Because we didn't win the game after he tore his shoulder. That was the issue. Once he had that, right? You had Christian, help me out. You had old boy from Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett,
Kenny Pickett, Mr.
Mason
Trubisky,
Rudolph,
Mr.
Oh,
Trubisky.
Christian, no, don't
Mitch
don't
Trubisky.
don't get Christian on here. Christian said that Pickett was that man. Like, don't
No,
let
yeah,
him
I'm,
hear
I'm
shit. We
just
gotta
thinking
say.
of
Oh,
names. You've had quarterbacks of Kenny
bad
Pickett,
times.
Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky,
Russell Wilson,
Russell
Justin
Wilson, and
Fields.
Justin Fields. What one of those quarterbacks were going to win a playoff game?
Russ.
Russ,
Maybe, but that Russ was a voted in All Star by four different or voted in Pro Bowler by four different injuries.
hold on. All I'm gonna say is, Earl, I'm not gonna let you off the hook because I
Right.
remember we had the conversation last year. And I said Russell's playing good. He said, "This is what you do when you get with a black coach. You know, Russ playing good.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to. Yes, two things can be true.
he playing good. We might win a playoff game. We might sneak it in with a
Hey,
playoff
guess
game."
what? Guess what, brother? I like booty and. No, I'm just
Hey,
bullshit.
man.
Anyway, two things can be true, brother.
Hey, but in that same token, though, bro, I get what you're saying about the offense. Yes, you're absolutely right. But it goes to say something about your defense as well, because your defense has been top one of the top defenses in the league for
Our
the whole
defense is
stretch,
very
bro.
front heavy, and unfortunately, a lot of the matchups we've gotten, we've been burnt. And y'all know that secondary been burnt like hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like just real. I ain't making no excuses. I'm saying our defense. Yeah, the line is great. That secondary, but we ain't had that stick on secondary since Ike Taylor and Palomalu were back there. And I'm just being real.
Ike Taylor was goddamn getting bink by AB.
Right. We ain't had that stick since Ike Taylor. As far as our secondary, we ain't had. And
Man, don't
I'm
say
just
Ike
giving
Taylor,
Rhyme
man.
the
Say
reason.
Brian McFadden, bro.
Okay, Brian McFadden.
Brian
Brian
Clark
McFadden was
too.
that
No,
guy.
no excuses. I'm just giving Rhyme to reason as to why things are. But I do feel like the
But
easy
oh,
fix.
my fault. I didn't mean to cut you. Go ahead, my
No,
fault.
last year.
We were
No, I'm
decent.
gonna say last year you was ready to call him. You was ready to get rid of him last year, though. Tomlin, you was on the boat. You was damn near ready to get rid of Tomlin last
I
year, the
was
year
emotional.
before.
I was irrational.
No, for sure, because
What is irrational and emotional? I was emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Emotional.
for sure. Because remember I said, what did I say Tomlin was going to end up
What'd you say? Penn
last
State?
year?
No,
No, I
no.
said Dallas. Remember I said he's going to end up
Oh
in
yeah, you said
Dallas.
yeah, Dallas. Yeah. Yep.
And y'all like, nah, Jerry ain't gonna never hire no black coach, which y'all probably right. But I was emotional too. Emotional.
Erosional. Hey, I gotta change the
Emotional.
episode so we erosional today. but listen, though, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Okay, so we got Tomlin on the hot seat. That y'all think if he does. Another coach I
No,
could
for real,
see
on the
on the
hot
hot
seat.
seat. Well, the
McDaniel.
Dolphins are committed to Mike McDaniel, so we may as
Yeah,
well forget that.
Dolphins actually like McDaniel.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a McDaniel's issue whatsoever.
Yeah,
Honestly,
because I
I
think
think I
I don't
think
think so either.
I don't think
yeah.
it's McDaniel's.
Actually, I think most of those. I think most of those players will run through a wall for McDaniel's. I think the problem is
Two
GM.
would turn the ball
that
over.
quarterback and that
Two would
quarterback.
turn the ball. Two would turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's the issue with that team.
All right.
And you
Oh,
trade
I
away
got.
every defensive player of value every fucking year. So
I got.
Uh,
I got. I got one who's gonna be on a hot seat.
who?
Head coach from the Bengals.
Oh no,
Zach
Oh,
Taylor.
Zach
Zach
Taylor.
no,
Taylor.
they fully invested in him.
Yeah, I think Zach Taylor is also a
Plus that,
situation.
plus that franchise is very poor, so you
Yeah,
know.
I think Zach Taylor is a situation. Oh, they're putting Stephon Castle in the dunk contest this year. Oh, okay.
He was in there
I
last
think
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just didn't know they were putting him
Golden
back. But
Brand.
um, um, Zach Taylor is another what's it called type situation, Tomlin type situation. Your
Oh,
GM just won't go get the person.
you
You
know
just
who,
won't.
you
You
know
just
who,
won't.
who's on the hot seat, but they got like a little subtle shot. Today, shout out to the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. You know, I know how. As a man, I grew up in a house with 8 women. I know when they're talking in that tone, they don't want to be mad at you publicly, but they're gonna say certain things. And, she did say, we're gonna move a little urgent, to get the right
Okay.
players and the right
Okay.
team. So all you motherfuckers on the coach, you
All of y'all.
you take the
Every
time,
one of
the
y'all.
time keep on slipping.
I'm gonna tell you who else I think is on the hot seat. Quiet as it's kept. How many years are we gonna say that the Bills are contenders?
I was just about to say the next one. I
Nah, I
think
don't. I think they're running back 2 more years.
nah, that's too.
How
They're
many
gonna.
years are we gonna say that the Bills are contenders?
You gotta realize because as long as you
I mean,
keep,
we just went to what? This is year 4, right?
yeah, this is
Of them
yeah.
being contenders?
Yeah, this is year 4.
No, more than that. Because think about it, bro. They had that battle with the
Allen made his
Chiefs.
first playoff
That
game.
battle with the Chiefs was what, 19 or 20?
Josh Allen,
That
what?
game.
Josh Allen's is in year 6 right now.
Yeah, like year seven, year six.
No,
Year
Josh Allen
7.
the same year as he a year after Mahomes, and Mahomes is 10 years next year.
No, I think Josh Allen, but Josh Allen's first playoff game was in 2019. I think.
That's what I'm saying. So that alone was 7 years ago. That battle between them and the Chiefs.
Hold on, let's see. No, my
That
fault.
back and forth was at
Yeah,
least six,
Josh
seven.
Allen
Because
made the playoffs 28. He was drafted 2018.
18, right?
Um, yeah, he didn't make the playoffs until 2019. Lost to the Texans. I remember that game.
Yeah, he
Lost out,
2020.
made
and then
year 8.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah, but yeah, I think that I don't think Sean is going to be
they've
on.
already let what's his name go, Kellen Win or I almost said Kellen Winslow. What was that
What,
OC?
from Miami?
No, what was they OC? Ken Dorsey. They already
Ken
let
Dorsey.
Ken
Yeah,
Dorsey
from
go.
I was say Miami. From Miami.
They already let that go.
Yeah,
What
But
else?
Ken Dorsey was actually he was ass though. He was
yeah.
ass.
Their offense got actually better
He
after
was ass in
Dorsey left.
Cleveland.
Okay.
I
I
feel
just think
like
that once you've
you
already
know
let
why they're not
OCs
gonna.
go,
You know why they're not gonna get rid of Sean? Because they're
mhm.
about to lose their OC in the offseason.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they about to lose him in a week.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah,
They gonna
yeah,
fill. He gonna fill one of them jobs. I'll tell you that now.
yeah. He's probably gonna be the. I know. A lot of people not favored that Garrett might get the job for the Texans, but a lot of people are trending upwards
Titans.
saying that. Yeah, my fault. My fault. A lot of people is trending upwards saying that the Bills OC is gonna get that job for the Titans. I mean, yeah, it's good, but let's see, because I I don't see anything wrong with Jason Garrett. I just don't see any like that's not a bad.
I don't think
I
Jason
don't think it's
Garrett.
a bad hire. I mean, maybe Mike could speak more to it, but in the 9 years Garrett was the Cowboys coach, I mean, he became the interim coach in 2010, like in the middle of the season. I might be wrong, right, Mike?
Was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Was
like
that
that.
Yeah,
when Big
yeah,
Tuna left? 2010.
yeah. Because
It was
I know
something
he
like
was
that.
the interim coach, and then they didn't make the playoffs the following year, and then he made DeMarco and all them guys became pro bowlers and all pros the following
hmm
season. And
hmm
he was a catch away from going to the NFC Championship. So
Man, Dad's caught it, bro.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, but I just don't like how like we in this time of like sports now like you know if coaches never won in previous roster they shouldn't get a job because like Andy Reid was 10-9 before he went to KC, and no one said he didn't prove himself. He barely had over a 500 record in the playoffs, and now
Well,
if
when you go to the Super Bowl, it kind of does shut a lot of
yeah.
games up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta realize coaching, it's all about, I give the plays out to execute, you execute it, we both eat steak at the end of the night. If you,
Facts. That's a fact.
it goes hand in hand. Yes, some
Yep.
plays may not work out, some teams might work out. But I just don't feel like because you didn't do great with the other team, that means you should never coach again. It shouldn't work, especially
Nah. I
Garrett is
think
not.
we get
Garrett
on.
is what Jason. I know. I remember Jason Garrett retired when I was like 12. So Jason Garrett is not that old to be a coach. So like,
Nah, he probably in his late 50s.
yeah. So I just feel like it's worth a try. It's a fresh start. We seen him.
Hmm.
He got a fresh start. He made the Cowboys. He built a supercharged
He
offense.
kept them afloat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
So it's
sure.
like I get it. Things didn't work out, but what do I know?
Yeah,
He's a good offensive mind for
Yeah.
sure.
he is. Yeah, that I mean that's really about all I got as far as the NFL this week. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here. The college football playoffs.
Oh
The
man.
semis are here. Now, I planned on coming here. I see I got my quarter zip. I ain't got no matcha, but you know what I'm saying? I got my quarter zip on. Miami Hurricane style, baby. You know what I'm saying? Quarter zip.
Can we,
Zip.
can we, can we talk about every other game besides Miami game? Because we're gonna be obnoxious. But
Okay, look. Yes, but why?
no, because we still
I'm
saw a
joking.
great football. No, we
We
still
did.
saw great
We did.
football that weekend.
We
Because
absolutely
I clearly thought Georgia was going to win that game. I
Same.
literally thought
did. That
I
was arguably a top
that's one of the
five
best.
college football game this year.
Yeah, like I really thought Georgia was going to win that game.
I did too.
When they got that stop when it was like I think 12-20. I don't know what I did. I think I went and took like a nodded off a little bit, and then I just remember turning on my TV again, and this seemed like Ole Miss is up by like I think a point, and it's like I've been heavy on Kirby Smart being the best college football coach in the game for the last 3 to 5 years. And like I just thought like there's no way Kirby's gonna lose to Ole Miss this way. And even though they almost cheated for Georgia. I'm gonna be fair. They almost cheated for Georgia. The fact that Ole Miss kept their composure and still delivered, that shows, sometimes, you just gotta stick with what you know. And Lane Kiffin, you gotta give that $500,000
Got to.
back.
Got to.
You gotta
No,
give it
for sure. For
you
sure,
gotta give
bro.
that money back. That is not your money. That is not your money. Give that money back and give that. That is not your money. Because I'm gonna say this: all them guys that's coaching this weekend, even if they're gonna lose to us. I'm saying Ole Miss. Whatever, whatever them guys did this weekend, or like
And
what
one
they,
of them, and get this, one of the coaches just left.
yeah,
Another one of the coaches just left. Like, come on, bro.
one of them coaches getting bread, and this has been very good. That game was great. Obviously, Bama, it's tough. You're going up against the best team in the nation. I'm sorry.
Hey, I hope that answers Christian question. I remember Christian asked earlier this year, in like week 5, week 6. He said, "Is Indiana legit?"
I
Hey,
did.
Christian, you got your answer now, my boy.
I
Yeah,
definitely did.
bro, that looked
Yeah.
like sheer dominance. Like,
Oh no, that was beyond.
yeah, like that
But
is.
what was so good for me, honestly, even though Mike was right by week 5, it did change. When I saw them dominate Ohio State, I was like, yeah,
Ohio
no,
State.
hey, them boys different. Like that defense. Like if the national championship gets to be Miami versus Indiana, that's going to be a great championship in my opinion. I think
Oh, for sure. And then like the team is uber disciplined. Like,
very.
bro, y'all want to know? Y'all want to know another crazy stat? Like, this is the craziest stat I've ever heard in my life, bro. Indiana only has 11 defensive penalties this season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's almost so like we looked that up with Navy and Army. That's some shit
Right.
like that. Like, bro, they average like maybe a penalty a game, and that's just discipline, bro.
Exactly.
That's discipline. Like hell. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, like that shit is insane. Like
Indiana
what?
giving everybody up, bro. No lie.
Yeah, bro. What Kirk Cignetти is doing is unheard of, bro. Shit is remarkable, bro. Like we talk about a Cinderella, like fuck that Appalachian State beating Michigan. Like any of those games, but fuck all those games. What he's doing this season in Indiana,
Yep.
Yep.
like this shit is like beyond the thought of one's imagination, bro.
Yep. I agree.
So
I agree 100%.
But no, we definitely bouncing around though. But back to
No, it's all good. It's all good.
back to that Ole Miss and Bama. I mean, Ole Miss and Georgia game. Yeah.
Let's get to the ending. Mike, what
Man,
were your thoughts on the ending of this game?
honestly, bro, I was I think I was on the clock, bro. So I really ain't get. I was like getting bits and pieces of it. I more so with hearing than seeing. So I really can't. You know what I'm saying? Comment on it too much. But I just want to shout out Trinidad Chambliss, um, JUCO transfer, out doing this thing, bro. Undersized quarterback, like making timely plays, um, throwing the ball much better than one would expect from a JUCO transfer. Like, kudos to Trinidad Chambers and kudos to the team, bro, by them doing what they're doing, um, with all the adversity that they're going through. You know what I mean? With Lane leaving and leak conversations about what players are going to be hitting the portal as well to go to LSU. Like for
Right.
them to still remain focused and hone in and take care of business, bro. Like that shit is tough, bro. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
let y'all boys take the rest of this shit because, like I said, I really ain't see the game. I was at work.
Um, I no, that Hurricanes game was probably, like I said last week when we recorded, it's probably the biggest game of our lifetime. Because obviously we haven't been back.
How the hell did we get to the Hurricanes? We
I
ain't get
don't
there yet,
know, but
Mo.
we
I'm
on old
confused on how you saying that's our lifetime.
we on Georgia and and Ole Miss right now.
We just
Um,
I could have sworn we spoke about Georgia and Ole Miss to start.
no, no. We were
No, nigga, you
let's
did.
go. So this ending of this Georgia and Ole Miss game. Um, here's what I will say. Here's what I will say before we get to the ending. I think that Georgia proved that their offense is going to be really formidable when this next class comes in, and Kirby Smart to pull out uh, some of the ammunition that he has against high scoring teams. Because remember the last game, Georgia won I think 48-37 or something like that, which for Georgia to have quote unquote not had a great offense this year, to have done that against his Ole Miss team was fire. But lightning don't strike twice in the same
Mhm.
place. And Ole Miss heard that shit. I think that despite the momentum shifts that happened towards the end, Ole Miss dominated when the chest got tight. I think that their offensive line um, protected Trinidad the entire night. Um, I think that to be a what is he 5'11", maybe somewhere in there,
No,
five.
I mean they list him at 6 feet, so
Okay, so he's really 5'10".
no,
So to be that and have played up the way that he
you never
did,
know. He could grow.
yeah, for sure.
He
But
just
to
18, so
yeah, 100%. It's just to have played up the way that he did. That arm, he got it. He has a very accurate cannon for an arm. The way that he was extending plays with deep shots down the field with his wide receivers and tight ends, were telling you that offense is scary. And the fact, and I think that their OC staying back really showed that, yeah, Lane Kiffin, is Lane Kiffin, but the reality of it is that was a well-oiled machine that they put together at Ole Miss. I think Lane actually was a fool to lead these jokers. Um, I thought he was from jump. I think that that he's going to regret this move. Yes, LSU has more money to recruit, but to be honest with you, we've seen a lot of coaches go in there. Unless you're as disciplined of a coach as an Ed Orgeron, a Les Miles, or a Nick Saban, you not really getting it done at LSU, and it's just because of the fact that I just don't trust Lane to get that done yet. Especially if you're ostracizing yourself a great staff that you had in Ole Miss, I just don't see why you would do it, except for the money. But money make the world go round. So what you gonna do? But I think Kirby and them will be back. They obviously were SEC
The whole
champions.
staff going over there with him, bro. Even the
Mm-hmm.
coaches that staying behind right now. See, one of them just left, but that whole staff is going, bro.
dog. LSU is a blue blood. Like you
Yeah,
can build a dynasty there versus having to
For
recruit
sure.
people to be in the state of Mississippi when
no,
nothing
you
going
can't.
on.
It's just see, man. That my issue with this NIL and coach, it's just like the continuity of football is just being stripped down to the core, man. It's nasty what's going on. Yes, coaches have always left for other pastures, but man, like football is about chemistry. Typically, to win a championship is about a 3-year process. That shit ain't basketball where you get in one round robin knockout tournament and you just happen to make a run. It's not the same thing here. Yes, we have playoffs, but championships are made year after year after year through maturity and development. Not the two throw home, but Miami was a clear 4 or 5 year project to get where they are today, and they play like that. Yes, you can do certain things like get a quarterback out the transfer portal. That's fine, but your core of your team needs to matriculate and mature together to truly, truly have a chance. To me, in football, I think that Nick Saban did it best. I think despite the fact that they lost, Caleb Moore is doing a great job upholding that. I think Kurt Signetti is a prime example of staying down and remain low and build until you come up. He got a Heisman candidate, and they look like favorites to win the national championship right now.
Well, Nutty's only in year two, which is insane.
Yeah, but I just don't like this hopping,
Insane.
hopping, hopping, hopping thing. I don't know. I don't care for it.
I can't wait to I can't wait today monitor NIL and all this shit, bro.
I do.
Transfer
I do too.
portal,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I, I think this is another conversation that we can have. I mean, I guess we'll have it later, but just some ramifications or modifications, excuse me, that we can suggest for NIL and
There has to
transferring.
be. There has to be.
Yeah,
It's just too open. It's too open. It's an
yeah.
open market, and it's too bad. Um,
Someone said NIL actually ruined the SEC.
it took the dominance out of the SEC because the SEC was
There,
able to pay under the
there
table.
we go. I would say it
I don't
didn't
think
ruin
it
it.
ruined the SEC. I do think that it leveled the playing field. You got to
Even the
remember,
playing field.
it's a lot of money in all these other states. So now it's just kind of being moved elsewhere. Um, but yeah, Indiana dominated Alabama. Ole Miss came away with a win against Georgia. Um,
Oregon beat the dog shit out of Texas Tech.
Oregon kicked Texas Tech in the chest. There's not really much to talk
I
about.
said Oregon was going to win that
Yeah,
game.
you did, and Oregon kicked the dog shit out of Texas Tech.
Like I want to say this though, Texas Tech defense played a good game. They
Yeah,
offense
they
owed
just
them
couldn't
all
score.
their NIL money.
Hell, hey, Dale, they offense to do a call back to you. They often should feel like the men's national soccer team when they see the women's national soccer team play.
Exactly. Matter of
That
fact,
shit.
the offense should cash out all of their
Mm-hmm.
NIL money, put it in a card, say we sorry,
Yeah,
and they sorry in every sense of the word, and hand it on over to the defense
handing on over to
because
the
that
you
was
damn right.
ridiculous.
That was pathetic.
Uh, let's get to let's get to retribution. What does the word retribution mean to y'all?
Um, Retribution. I don't want to go textbook ish with the word, but it means time to it's like redemption. It's like redeeming yourself on all the mishaps, all the trials and tribulations of what happened to you the day before you could complete a goal that you've been waiting on completing. That's what I feel retribution is.
Mm. Mike, what does retribution mean to you?
Wrong person to ask right now.
Probably so.
Michael Irvin need to stay off that shit.
Hell
um,
no, get him more.
I always say,
uh,
yeah, no,
Christian, what is if I say the word retribution?
Y'all don't ask me that.
Okay. Dale, Dale,
'Cause
Dale.
I'm
Dale.
gonna say
Let's
it
highlight
mean it
Dale's.
means we get our shit back in blood.
Let's highlight Dale's AV, shall we? Man, that's a good looking gentleman right there. Look at that boy. Michael Irvin, I feel you, baby.
Bro,
Well, look.
Belt
when I saw that
to
when I saw that man doing
ass.
this shit here, bro, I said,
Mark
yeah.
Irvin is one of the most in shape 50-year-olds I ever
Oh
seen.
yeah, for sure. He's in great
60.
shape. He's 60.
Oh, my fault.
Michael Irvin gave us the greatest quote this year. The greatest quote of the year. If I think of the year 2025, you know what I think of? Either you run that slant route or we run back to the ghetto. That's the greatest
No,
quote
no, no,
of
no,
the
no.
whole
You
year.
gotta say. You
Aaron,
gotta
we've been
say
saying
it
that
right.
forever.
You gotta say it right.
You
What'd
either
he
run
say?
that
Look,
slant or
look.
you run back to the ghetto.
I know you're scared, Michael, but it's either you run that slant or we run back to the ghetto.
You've been saying that. Yeah, but he's been saying that since like 2010. Since he
That's the
started.
greatest quote ever, bro. I don't
Nah,
care.
Michael Irvin got way more bars than that,
He
kid.
got more bars this year.
Yeah, he got
Just
more
this year
bars.
alone. Just this year alone. He said, I don't even know your name or even your game. And you talking about me and Dion when we used to play, when they used to knock niggas out.
First off, Michael Irvin's best quote is my CTE acting up.
Nah,
My
no. That is not Michael.
No.
No,
His best quote is E. What do he say? Ian's.
no,
Uh,
it's not even that. He said, I am not, he said, David and Goliath.
oh yes.
I was sitting here to tell a repertory.
He
And
said,
I'm talking to my
God
young
damn
Dallas
it.
Cowboys today.
What he
You
say?
slay that giant. So you play for each other.
No,
Next
what
one
he
up to
said,
that.
God didn't send David to kill Goliath.
Giant.
He
He
sent
said
Goliath
Goliath to prove that he was a giant slayer.
Slayer.
Mm.
No, he got bad bars. But the greatest one is right. He said, "Yes, I know that you want to get Andrew Luck, and I know that Andrew Luck should be the next guy up, and he should be
Yeah.
learning from a guy like Peyton Manning. And that's what's the problem with today. The young ladies, they're not learning from
You're
mom
not learning from
how to
mom
cook.
how to cook, how to clean.
We losing recipes.
We're
Come
losing
on,
recipes.
man. That's the greatest Michael ever. Because here's the thing, I know we're trying.
Oh
People are gonna just
man.
take that little part and just say he's being misogynistic, but he's literally talking about just all facets of sports and how everybody wants to move forward. And just,
Yeah, but literally, it had nothing to do with women, low key. It really didn't. But that shit was. That's the problem now.
no,
The young
hey,
ladies
I
don't
know,
want to learn how to
I know.
cook.
Michael like this one. He said when he told Stephen A. When Stephen A. told him that Cowboys and our American team, he said, "When we go to history, we don't go to your history. We go to the history."
Yo, Michael Irvin is the greatest thing
Michael
to happen
Irvin,
to
yo,
sports media
you
ever.
ever heard what he said about T.O.?
No.
All right, this a good one. He said because T.O. went on Cam's show and said like, my stats are better than Michael Irvin and blah blah blah. Like Michael's not even in the top 10. Mike said, "Of course I'm not in the top 10. I had a hard now because I got all them rings. So it's kind of hard to walk with all them rings in my hand. I'm walking in the sand."
Oh my god, bro.
Michael
No,
Irvin,
Michael Irvin
oh yeah,
forever, bro.
protect Michael Irvin, man.
I'm telling you, bro, Michael
That's a
Irvin forever.
national treasure, man.
Um,
I'm happy that he played for one of the most famous football team in the league. I'm
no,
happy that we get to
bro,
celebrate him like
the
this.
man won from the time he started to the time he finished, bro. Like he was on the '90s Cowboys. That's up there with the Bulls, with the Lakers, so on and so. Like the '90s Cowboys is what it is. He was on the '80s U. Like Michael Irvin is a winner, dog. We're not going to do that. And like one of the premier reasons that they won, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Mike is the man. But
I
look,
like that Mike, but I'll say too, Mike been to more U games in the last 5 years than all our alums. Like he's been there
oh yeah, bro, yeah,
also,
for sure, for
and
sure.
I like it's funny to see. I know like Ray and all of them was there, but it just feels much better when the camera pans to Mike more than it pans to Ray and all them other guys.
I'm gonna I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all moment.
No,
I
no,
got something to say
say
about.
what you want to say.
I got
Yeah,
something to say
what you
about
yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah,
No, I mean
because
we really done. Go ahead, because
yeah, go
we
ahead.
just
I
get to the game.
really, I really, 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 really hate fickle shit, bro. You feel
Yeah,
me?
Yeah.
Like nobody has been on that sideline until this year. That's an alum of Miami, bro, and I hate that shit. You feel me?
yeah,
And these niggas used to go online and be on social media talking about these players don't they shouldn't call it the U ain't the U anymore. The U is when we was there, the standard, this, that, and the third, bro. But none of the niggas are actually putting in work or getting there and doing what Michael Irvin doing until now. Like
Mhm.
that shit, I don't like fickle shit, bro. Like
No,
y'all
I feel
niggas
yeah.
you.
wasn't
I was
really
kind of shocked to see Ray there. Because I know,
Yeah.
like earlier this year when we played
I ain't
Notre
seen
Dame,
Ray there till the Notre Dame game this
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Notre Dame
like that,
game,
that's
No,
the
yeah.
that
thing.
was the first game
Yeah,
though.
that was
Well,
the
no,
first.
you know what?
Right.
I'm gonna give one more. He's not as loud, but Edge, since he's retired, Edge is has always been around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
Edge
no, no,
always,
and
yeah.
very
no,
good.
Edge has
no,
always
no,
been there.
Ed
He'll be
go.
there.
But the thing
Very
is, I was just more upset that they kept panning the same camera that Mike get to Ray Lewis, and Mike has been there when we were ass,
Right,
even like
right.
when we was ass. And I'm not talking to Mike. Mike been to basketball games, soccer
Yeah,
games.
all this. Yeah,
Yeah, so
bro.
like,
It's videos of Mike with them in 2010 that just came out today. Like, bro, when Al Golden
He
was
was
there.
there last year.
yeah,
No. I'm saying, yeah, he traveled literally every game, bro.
yeah,
Like we remember the 2 a.m.
yeah.
With
We
the California.
came, we saw, we conquered.
But but see what Mike, I think what Mike is alluding to is there's certain schools, and you know what, Mike and Mo could speak to this. With Duke, the brotherhood is always together.
Yep.
Always. The brother, when you talk about Florida State, once you done playing, bro, Florida State alumni comes back and gives so much to the program.
Bro, Peter
It's
Wark's at
ridiculous.
every game.
Peter Warrick is at every
Jared
game,
McCain,
bro.
listen, Jared McCain was almost been he almost got in trouble for going to a Duke game instead of going to
And
see
going
his
to a Phoenix Suns game or some shit.
yeah,
I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
like
Bro, I feel you. There's a couple of players that are always with them, but man, it's different. I get that Miami's the trend right now, but I do feel you, bro. It does feel a little.
yeah, no, yeah, that's like
Uh,
my only concern because I'm like, why is the camera on Ray Lewis? Like Michael Irvin been here like all the time, like Ray. I get it. Ray Lewis is alum. He played in the mid '90s. Like
yeah, for sure, for
I get
sure. But
all
he
that.
also
But like,
played at a downtime of the U
yeah,
too.
yeah,
And
like,
tell him,
and
Fickle, bro.
and you know what?
I
It
think
also pissed me off too is that they try to pan the camera to Sap. And I'm like, get this one.
No, yeah.
No disrespect to Seth, but I don't want to see him. Like we
Yeah,
literally,
I don't care about Sap, and Sap's a weirdo.
yeah,
I don't care about Sap.
yeah.
Sap's a weirdo, bro. Like
Like
I
Cameron,
get Sap and Sap, but Sap's a weirdo.
like yeah, I don't. I'm not mad if
He
you
got
pan
that
the camera
CTE,
to
man.
Trey. I'm not mad you can pan the camera to Clinton.
Yeah, for sure,
I'm not mad you
for
pan
sure.
it. But like certain guys, like
Yeah,
the Ray Lewis thing, just looks weird because it's like not saying that like you have to come to every game, but all
he's
of a
more
sudden now
synonymous
they're like
with Baltimore than he is Miami.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
Like if he's at the game, well, if he
Granted, of
at that
course, he played a
playoff
lot
game,
longer and all that.
if
But
he go to the Baltimore playoff game this weekend, I could understand that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I could. Oh wait a minute.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, I'm agreeing with you.
you ain't shit, Earl. You ain't shit, man.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had to. But yeah, man. I agree with y'all. But either way, to celebrate, we talked a lot of shit before we recorded this. Right before the game. We literally were on right before the game started. I was drinking that Douce.
Earl
I was
popped a
sitting on
bottle of
yeah,
champagne.
bro. I popped champagne. Oh, after I went on IG Live and popped a bottle of
Y'all should have
champagne.
saw this nigga after the game.
Oh my god, bro.
Hey, bro. I think I almost got a noise complaint that day.
Bro, when we won, I've never yelled SMD so hard in my life, bro. But let me tell you something, bro. I didn't even pause it. Didn't care. We kicked. Now I gotta give credit where it's due. Jeremiah Smith is a dog. Jeremiah Smith might be the best player in the nation.
I'm not mad at that.
He might.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So Jeremiah Smith did what he did, but the Miami Hurricanes beat up the Ohio State Buckeyes on the offensive defensive line. They beat them up.
Yeah.
They could not get rhythm whatsoever. None. You're not going to stop a guy like Jeremiah Smith because he's
We
Jeremiah
took
Smith.
Malachi out the game and we just
And we just kept going. 24
Hey,
was it 24-14, right? Or was it 27-14?
Keontae Scott.
24-14.
I know people are making fun of the internet like Keontae should be in the NFL, bro. You supposed to be at work. Nobody
Yeah.
said anything to you.
Yeah, for
I
real.
mean,
Nah,
yeah,
with
that nigga is like 25 though.
I know, like, I
Hey,
get it.
now you know Miami gonna keep a super senior. You know we gonna keep a super senior.
For sure.
You know that.
Hey,
Miami,
no,
Hey, he
hey.
transferred to us.
So I'm saying, if you old enough to go to ICDC college, we got a spot for you on the U, baby. Believe that. If you old enough, you know what I'm saying, to have kids and be having kids on a football team is kind of stat quo. But if you old enough to have kids in middle school and you want to play your college football dreams, come to Miami, baby.
Hey, no,
It's all
the
day,
hardest
baby.
the hardest call I think was either Keontae or Jacoby. He said, let's take him to the deep end and see if they know how to swim."
Take them to the deep end, see if they know how to swim. I feel you, bro.
Boy,
Let's sit.
inject
Let's
into
talk
my
about it.
veins.
Talk about it, man. I mean, honestly, y'all watched the game. It was literally the last seconds of 2025. That's how you close out a year of college football. Miami Hurricanes dominated the national champion, the reigning national champion, Ohio State Buckeyes. Um, and no, it was not a blowout, but it was an ass kicking of epic proportions in the trenches, and it really was.
I was about to say they fucked it up in the
Yeah,
trenches,
yeah, yeah. Them boys were beat up bad.
and
So next up,
I do also.
I think
I,
it was evenly matched in the trenches. Though, to be honest, I think Miami's defensive line was the best unit overall.
hmm
But I'm gonna give Ohio State some due too because they played really well. I think Miami made more timely plays, especially on that last drive.
hmm
Being able to run the ball down their throat, run out the clock, et cetera, et cetera.
right
But what was I don't think Miami ain't scored. They didn't get in the end zone in the second half until that last minute
to the
touchdown,
last
which
one.
was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
let them in
hmm
trash time. But I
I
think
do
just it was a fucking great physical game between
It
both teams,
was.
bro.
It was.
That was a great game
It
on
was.
both
And I
ends.
got to give credit to Carson Beck because sometimes Beck will back himself out of game. Not this one.
He started the game off looking like he was rattled. The very
hmm
first pass of the game, like he short armed like a 3 yard pass and it
Right.
was incomplete. But I
Right.
think he settled in after that there and he did what you wanted him to do, bro. As somebody who's 36 years old like he is, you expect him to not be
Yeah.
rattled, you know what I'm
100%. 100% for
saying?
sure. For sure.
And
This nigga said 36. Hey, come on, Mike. Come
You
on,
know,
man.
Mike
and
can't not take a shot. Now, come on now.
no, I'm saying no. He did his job though, bro. I think his job wasn't to go out there and win the game. His job was to manage the game, not fuck it up, and
Right.
he did a good
Right. Right.
job of that. You know what I'm saying? He did his job.
Now, I
right.
do think this playing against Ole Miss, he's going to have to get a little more pizzazz in his game because this ain't a game where you can just get out there and manage. You got to score some points with Ole Miss to have a shot at beating them.
I think they will.
I would. I mean, the offense is loaded up enough, but you also have to maintain the fact that you cannot Carson Beck this shit.
No, you can't.
Carson Beck and presumably what we would say um, Mario Cristobal got out of their own ways to secure themselves in the national semis throughout these college football playoffs. If you look at the first game against Texas A&M, we've seen a lot of times where, bro, honestly, and just keeping it all the way five with you, like Carson Beck, or I mean Mario Cristobal has outcoached himself in situations that he was supposed to have won. Carson Beck has played himself out of situations that he was supposed to have won, but they settled in. The wind was blowing the way it was against Texas A&M, and they did what they were supposed to do. But I mean, you can't really blame necessarily that 10-3 score because you saw in the next game they could score 24 points and win the game in a convincing way. So I think that this game, however, is going to be a barn burner. It has to be a barn burner because that's just how Ole Miss has played all year. It has to be a barn burner. You're going to have all cylinders clicking on offense for a shot to win this game. You have to. I'm not taking Ole Miss lightly at all because I think that while I didn't want to play Georgia because of how great their defensive line is, the other side is Ole Miss has an offense and a
Hmm.
really good defensive line. They're not the best, but they are really good. But their offense is so potent that you still will have a challenge regardless of where you at. And I don't think it's anything that we should take lightly just because we don't have Georgia. That we just got to walk in the park. I don't see it as that. Nar, you back with us? We ending up. I know everybody got to get to bed and all that. Holla at me, man. What you thinking against Ole Miss? What are some strengths that we can take advantage of to beat Ole Miss? And then shoot, Mike, just from you being the de facto Miami Hurricanes hater, as you should be. What are some strengths?
Don't put that title. Don't put
Oh
that
no,
hate
no, bro,
on me,
you're a
Hey,
man.
Florida
no,
State fan. You
like,
should. You
listen.
Don't put
should.
that hate
Honestly,
on me,
when I was
man.
just listening to what you were saying about their offense and stuff like that, to me, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't act like I know everything, you know what I'm saying? But just from what I'm watching, they got a nice running back. That receiver number one is cool. And they have a quarterback who makes plays that shouldn't be made. Outside of that, it's really, to me, they haven't, like most teams in the country, they haven't played a defense like ours. So it's up to us. Can we get that pass rush there?
when if you look at Georgia, Georgia had that quarterback on the run the whole game. The problem was they allowed him to make plays because their defensive line didn't get there and finish the play. Can we finish the play? Can we beat the man in front of us and get to the quarterback, not just beat the man in front of us? That's the things that's going to be the difference between us being able to beat them and us looking like the other teams that haven't beat them. Is can we finish? And I think we can, honestly. And I'm not just saying that from a standpoint of as a fan. When you look at our guys, it's not just our defensive line. From the defensive line to the linebackers to the secondary, we have guys that like to that number one know what we're trying to do. They all play together. Number two, they like to tackle. All of our guys like to tackle. And that's the main thing that you have to have against a scrambling quarterback is one, okay, he might break one or two, but when he's getting hit with the same force from the secondary that feels like linebackers, that's going to make him think twice. He's going to start sliding. Now, instead of that 3rd and 12 or whatever they need, he might slide at 3rd and 10. So now it's 4th and 2. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of plays that we have to make in order to make sure that we allow our offense to not have to be crystal clean. What I mean by that is we haven't seen that all year really, unless it's against you know what I'm saying lesser teams. When we play better teams, we do have moments because unlike other teams, we have a lot of playmakers all across the field. Malachi Tony's one guy, but Mark Fletcher's really good. Pringle behind him, C.J. Daniels, even JoJo Trader who doesn't get the ball a lot. He's an explosive guy. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of guys who can make plays with the ball. It's about whether or not our defense can hold that other team to enough points to where our offense can score and win the game. So to me, in this game, you are right. Our offense does have to be more on point. We have to score at least 21 to win. I feel like 28 is comfortable, in my opinion.
For sure, I like that. Mike, what do you see out of Ole Miss that they can take advantage of against the Miami Hurricanes?
I mean, they have to neutralize your biggest threat, which is going to be your pass rushers. Um, if they can, if another fucking team don't put a tight end or somebody on top of Bang, bro, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, why do y'all continue to let this nigga rush freely 1-on-1? Like, that shit makes absolutely no sense, bro. Like, is y'all trying to get this nigga to pick number one overall? Like,
Basically,
what
Yeah.
the fuck are we doing here? Like, is y'all like? But that's gonna be it, bro. They're gonna have to put somebody
Future Raider.
on Bang. Like, I'll take my chances with Mesidor
him with
going
Max
1-on-1.
Crosby, I don't hate.
Like, I'll take my chance with Mesidor going 1-on-1 against a defensive end and neutralizing Bang. You know what I mean? But on Bane's end, which I think Jason Taylor's going to do a good job of coaching them up this week, on Bane's end, like I said, I've been a proponent. I've been saying it all year. Bane only has one move. His pass rush, uh, uh, his pass rush bucket or whatever. He only has one move. But I think
That's a fucking
Jason,
fact. And I don't know how that shit worked. But all he
it
does
works
is
every
run through
time,
you and
bro.
swipe your hands. That's it.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Exactly.
He do a little shoulder dip, bro. He's a speed rush, bro. He never do a power rush, never do a spin, nothing, bro. But
Or you
I
want
think
him
Jason
to
Taylor's
incorporate the Dwight Freeney swim?
not. I mean, he need to incorporate more than just the goddamn speed rushing and tucking that
Well, it's
shoulder.
going to be exposed in the
I mean,
pros,
but
though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, they already have. You know what I mean? They already trying to knock him because he's not like he got short arms. You know what I'm saying? Like he's explosive. He's kind of he looks faster than he is, I suppose. But anywho, I think Jason Taylor's going to do a really good job of making sure that he stays in his lane because one thing you don't want is for Trinidad Chambers to get out of the pocket. Once he get out of the pocket, that'll become trouble for Miami.
Yeah.
Um, One thing that I saw Bang do a lot against Florida State, he rushed upfield, allowing Castellanos to step in and get out of the pocket.
Right.
So I think gap integrity more so for Bang, setting the edge a little more, even though he's a pass rusher, setting that edge, not allowing their quarterback to get out of the pocket. That's gonna be the key factor for both teams, both Miami and Ole Miss. I think if
Hey,
Miami
Mike, I don't
allows
mean to
Ole
cut
Miss
you
to,
off, but motherfuckers don't be knowing how critical what you just said is. Gap integrity. A lot of the times, bro, what people don't understand is if there's no blitz on, defensive ends, depending on where that defensive tackle is aligned, if he's not in a three going in the B gap, you really have a two-way go. If there's not a tight end on you, you can, even if there is, you can really go C gap or B gap. The
Hmm.
problem is when you go B gap, you're going inside shoulder of that tackle, meaning the
Inside.
quarterback now, if he's like Trinidad Chambliss, has the outside shoulder of the tackle to run around because you're not there. So
Right.
the main thing that defenses try to do for the most part is make sure those defensive ends are going through the C gap, maintaining that contained so that way the quarterback has to now rush up the middle of the pocket where most of the teeth of defense is your defensive tackles, your linebackers. When you
Yep.
have defensive ends that are only worried about pass rush and sacks, that's when they compromise the defense, jump in the motherfucking B gap, and now the outside is free, especially if we play in man coverage. Because let's say they run any sort of vertical concept where they're sending a lot of their receivers more than 8 yards up the field. If you're in man, your defenders have to respect that, and they're going to also be 8 yards up the field. So now it's only the defensive line in any player that's not assigned to a receiver, whether because a running back, if the linebackers are cross reading. They're whichever way he goes, that linebacker picks him up. That means the other guy's a free guy. Well, let's say he goes to the left and the quarterback goes to the right. If there's nobody outside to fucking contain the quarterback, he now has that whole alleyway open free because everybody else is up the field. So what you just said, gap integrity is going to be super important in this game, especially with a quarterback like Chambers.
Right. And I don't know how tall he is. He looks relatively short. I'm not even sure if he's 6 foot or not. Um,
They
but
have him listed as 6 foot, so we'll probably give him 5'10". It's not like the
okay,
Drew Brees thing.
gotcha. Um,
Hmm.
he may have trouble looking over that line, bro. So he's the type of quarterback. Granted, he has pretty good arm strength or whatever. He's a good pretty good thrower. I think he's a better thrower on the move, and he's not necessarily a pocket quarterback.
He
So
does a lot of left to right passing than he does straight up the middle for sure.
yeah, I think Miami's best suited is keeping him in the pocket, opposed to letting him utilize his legs and make plays down the field where his receivers are in scramble mode. Um, I think that'll be the tell of the tape for both squads.
I'm trying to think
Um,
of a quarterback that was a scrambling quarterback that Miami was able to neutralize like that this year.
Uh, buddy
I
from
mean
Man,
Castellanos,
Castellanos, another one.
Okay, yeah,
but
Yeah.
Castellanos just can't throw the ball like he can
Yeah,
though. I
that
think
yeah, see that yeah, I didn't want to compare him.
I think if
Um
Castellanos is able to complete some passes, it would have been a much more competitive game. This is
hmm
actually a quarterback who can actually throw the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess that's the closest you could use to the DNA of good God. All right, Duke kicked Louisville's ass. Sorry, I was looking at college basketball highlights. Um, um,
But I think Miami, just stick to your bread and butter, bro. It's been in the trenches. Keep it in the trenches. Like dirty it up, muddy it up.
yep,
Um,
make it work
Fletcher's
out.
been running the ball really well. Like keep that going, bro. And we all know, like as cliche as it may sound, I mean, for those who are probably not avid like X and O's like myself and Nard are, but y'all know, bro. The better you run the game, that shit does what to the passing game? It opens it up.
Opens that bad boy up.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
You run to set up the pass.
Yep.
don't get complacent not running the ball, which I think Miami has done a really good job of.
Right.
Mark Fletcher, I think it was against Texas A&M. He started out really slow,
Mhm.
but finished very strong. So
Yeah.
don't allow those 2 yard, 3 yard runs with an average of 3.6 yards deter you from still running the ball in third and fourth quarter.
Right.
So I think
Yeah.
Miami does that. Um, they win this game.
Yeah, for sure. Um, did anybody else have anything they wanted to add to this, or y'all ready to wrap it up?
Um, Obviously, Ole Miss's defense can't stop us from doing the damn thing.
Mm.
Their offense is amazing, but our defense is good enough to keep Chambliss contained. So we should win this game. I don't want to say handily, but we should win this game with a decent margin, maybe about
Well,
10
Dell, you were
points.
the only person that actually said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hold on," when everybody was picking Georgia against Ole Miss. So I got to give you
I
credit for that
I
from last
also
week too.
told Coach Nard don't say that
Oh
Indiana was
yeah,
gonna
about
get
Indiana.
this.
Yeah, you said about Indiana
Don't
too.
say they were gonna get the sleeves blown off them.
Hey, hey, I st- hey, listen. Like I said prior to the first thing I just said a couple minutes ago, I don't know every fucking thing. I did expect that. That motherfucking 38-3 was incredible.
Yeah,
Like
They
nigga,
blew
that
the
was in
doors
to
off
not
them.
score a touchdown. Like,
that
first of
shit.
all, like that. I don't know. I don't even know what I saw. I can't tell you what went wrong for Alabama besides every motherfucking thing.
Yeah, they flat out collapsed.
They just got outclassed. They got outclassed.
They got beat up.
But it's
Like
another. Honestly, it's another. And if you look at the offensive MVP, it's another testament to you win the game in the trenches. The offensive MVP was the offensive line. You know what I'm saying, for Indiana. So when you see things like that, you know where the game is won. And once again, just going back to Miami, and that's why I just feel confident in where we are on both sides of the ball in the trenches. That even though NIL is what it is, the game is what it is, you cannot change football at the end of the day. And to me, this playoff has been really good. We're seeing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, shit that we haven't seen in prior playoffs. We get a bunch of blowouts and shit like that. We're truly seeing football. We're seeing this shit won at the line of scrimmage. Whoever truly dominates or whoever gets the better of who later in the game, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Indiana, it was against Alabama was just a showing of that, and we haven't seen that against Alabama in a while. We haven't seen Alabama lose in the trenches on both sides of the ball since before Nick Saban. So to see that and watch it,
different.
one, let me know, you know what I'm saying, where the state of college football is, but two, this whole bowl season has, and I know y'all want to talk about this a little bit. The SEC is just not what the SEC has been. It's no longer the
It's what it
conference,
is.
unfortunately. It is what it is.
They supposed to be the SEC.
Would you say, Mom?
Nah, it's the quote from the Mississippi team when they was playing. I forgot what SEC team, and it was like the dude was on the bench like they supposed to be SEC. He talk-
For real. Like I want to go back and look, but I think the SEC is like 3-9 in
Oh no,
bowl
I'm
games,
gonna tell
and
you right
even
now.
most of their wins came against other SEC teams. It
As
was
of right now, the Big Ten leads power conferences with 9-4, followed by the ACC at 8-4. The Big 12 was 4-4, and the SEC is 2-7 right now in bowl
they're
season.
2-7, and one of those games was Ole Miss versus Georgia, nigga.
Yeah, yep, yep, which is a wash.
Wake
Yep,
Forest beat SEC teams. I don't give a fuck if it's Mississippi State. They
yep,
beat the shit out of them.
Yo,
yeah.
all I gotta say to our Hurricanes, man, like the alumni from Fordham University, Vincent Lombardi once said, and I quote: "The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender." And that's all I have to say. Let's go Thursday.
Till next week, we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Go Canes.
Here's the tip. And this game is underway.
Laugh with my mask real easy.
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Hell no. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it. I put my heart in this dog. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Looked me in my eye and they said, "We got this, Jameis." And I said, "We said, are you strong?" They said, "I'm strong if you strong." And I said, "We strong, man." After